and then
Yeah.
I was able to get enough money to complete the main job that I was on. And once I finished that, I got all my money back. I got like tons, like 20 grand. I was like, okay, I'm out of poverty. And I did it again this time. I bought this game on Steam for $5 because it was on sale, and I figured it was a good time last time I played again, and I did the same damn thing. What a mistake. And you know, I had to do it again all over, and the struggle the first time was fun, but once I did it the second time, this time, I was like, I don't want to play that. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to play. And then I powered through it and I finished all the stuff, and then I got back and now I like 50 grand, and so I'm fine on money wise. I don't have to worry about how much parts cost. I would take in a car and I'd be like, okay, let's see, this seems cheap enough. I can do it. And I'd look through and then I'd see something that's like, oh, I didn't buy an engine block. Okay, I can't do this car. I had to refuse the order and send them away. Be like, nope, can't do it. I don't have enough money. I can't even go into debt to buy the parts to do your car. It's not even an option. So tough luck.
What's the
Now
format of this game like?
you you basically like you get a selection of cars that you can choose to work on, and it'll tell you at a glance basically like, oh, it's generally wrong with it, and you just select which job you want to do. And then you have to kind of, depending on what difficulty you're on, because there's different difficulties. The easiest one is just tells you what's wrong with it, and you just go throughout and you replace the stuff.
Okay.
I'm on the one above that, like normal, where I actually have to figure out what is wrong. So I'm sitting there holding left click for like a solid like minute, examining all these parts, and then I use like 8 different tools to diagnose a bunch of different stuff. And it basically just does an animation that gives you a list of the durability of all the parts in the car. And then there's some stuff it won't tell you. And then I just barely bought a track for 10 grand to test the brakes and suspension parts that I wasn't able to normally figure out. And now I can fully figure out what's wrong with something pretty easily. Depending if the car can start. If the car can't start, then I have to kind of just tear apart everything at that point and just kind of figure it out as I go. Add parts to my list of things I need to buy as I take them out of the vehicle.
So what are the graphics like? You're looking at like an auto shop or something?
Yeah, it's Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 on Steam. The graphics are it's all right, but it's supposed to be they don't really focus on. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I will say for for a lot of stuff you don't really have to focus on. There's an upgrade. You can buy upgrades to your workshop to get like more car lifters
Okay.
if you need to work on more than one, which maybe would have been helpful for me earlier, but I decided not to do it because I needed the money. And now I'm not just going to upgrade. So there's this broken down school bus in here and a bunch of like boxes, and there's an old generator and 2 propane tanks that looks like they're going to blow up next to this red barrel. That is an act that I actually just now see a classic video game explosive barrel in my shop. I hope I don't die.
Suddenly you're in a combat simulator.
I
Yeah.
pull out a gun and I'm like, I gotta defend myself. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm on like the side of a dusty one lane road in the middle of the desert.
As it should
Oh
be.
my. There's a Ram and Jeep ad on a billboard outside. I never noticed. There's no trucks in this game at all. There are vans, but that's about as close as it gets to anything different. There are DLCs here on this game as well, where you get a bunch of different. They can't use the names of the actual like car companies that are popular, so they do like parody names. Like one of them is like it's like Force or like Bolt, and it's supposed to be Ford, something like that, where they just like they change it
Yeah.
slightly, and you know what you're looking at. It's just they can't use the actual names, and so they have like 10 DLCs where I think they go with the same scheme of naming stuff. I don't know. It's a game that pleases my brain because I'm just like taking
It's a
things
game
apart
that
and then putting them back
pleases my
together with new
brain
thing. And then occasionally I have to problem solve and actually think, being like, I can't start the car, so I can't do these things the easy way. And now I have to, instead of knowing what's wrong, I have to guess, and I end up just tearing apart an entire engine just to figure out if something's wrong with like, you know, a camshaft or a crankshaft, like rod end or something like that. It's it's more fun than actually doing the real thing in real life, I'll tell you that. Although I don't do anything I've done in this game in real life so far, but you know, I originally started playing this like when I first gave it a try just to figure out what things are called. Because I may
Okay.
have had a college education where I had to do an extra year on a 2-year degree to, finish it. But I retained like no information. And I figured that, car mechanic simulator game is not going to be like a one-to-one thing. It's not going to like fully be a real experience, but it'll help me know what things are named at least, which does help a lot. I kind of know. I kind of know stuff now. Maybe, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not like crazy though.
Right on. I was
As-
thinking about whether or not I would play like a window treatment uh, installation game or something or anything like
yeah,
that. I mean, granted, definitely not as intricate or like diverse as far as finding solutions and stuff. But I thought, well, I don't know. I might. It might be
Isn't that
fun.
The Sims, Ben?
Oh, I guess so. Huh? I
I'm
just found
scared.
it funny because Bodhi is mechanic and he's playing the car mechanic simulator.
2021 specifically. I guess it was a very good game that they came out with. I don't know if there's like a new edition every year or that they release, but I think this is like the most popular one that they have.
You're actually just training AI car mechanics.
Oh,
So
yeah, I'd love to see an AI robot just slam a ball joint out of its place after hitting it up with a welding torch. If you live in the Rust Belt and you work on cars, God help your soul. You're a brave soldier. Have you seen someone try and take out a ball joint? You know what the procedure is?
I don't
You
know
get
what
to
a ball joint is, my friend. It sounds like it
it's
might not be appropriate for our stream.
it's a thing that allows like rotation. How do I explain this? Okay, here. This
Well, now
because
I'm
this
gonna have
is
to
link.
look it up, and hopefully I don't get
No, 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 no.
get
It's like
canceled?
the wrong
You
kind
got
of
canceled,
results
Ben,
here.
for googling ball joints?
so this Milwaukee flashlight, right?
Okay,
I what I believe a
I'm with
ball
you.
joint is, if I remember correctly, is it's like a it's basically just a rod and there's a ball at the end and it like will freely move around in
So
like
far,
a
this sounds dirty.
axis. And in order to, properly like attach it and make sure it doesn't like, you know, it's not gonna like fly out, and you have to like it's now I'm conscious on how I'm explaining this, and because I'm trying
yes,
not to
and
make it sound weird.
it's going okay.
Well,
Basically, you
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 start
line
with
it
a
up,
rod with a ball joint at the end of it. Like,
you line it up, and you get a pickle fork, which is a fork that goes here below, and a pickle that
I've
goes
never heard it
above,
called that.
and you just get like a gun. You get like an air gun that you use to take off wheels, and you push forward on it, and you just go. You crank that thing down on a nut, and it just turns this thing and forces it in, and gets it stuck there.
it could
And the
just be our
worst,
age, Ben.
the
Everyone knows
wor-
what the kids are calling it these days.
the worst part is when you're trying to take them out, they stay there for years, and they get seized, and they get like water in them, they rust, and so it's
Ah,
not as simple as just like, grabbing the bar and pulling it out. You have to heat it up with a welding torch till it gets red hot, just so it'll expand enough to break the rust. And then you just get like the biggest hammer you can find, and then you get it right on the end, and you just hit it with a hammer repeatedly, swing after swing after swing after swing to just break it loose. And you know what? It may take 3 swings, it may take 40, and you don't know until it's out.
damn.
Point being, I like to see a robot do that because it's the most frustrating thing I can imagine. I've never done a ball joint and I never would want to. But it's just there's a lot of stuff on working on cars that is just like a lot more physical labor than it is like thinking of like what's actually wrong with it. So finding out what's wrong is one thing. Actually fixing it, God forbid, you're doing a wiring harness, that's like magic. People that do electrical on cars, they're like actual real wizards. They have some like technomancy on the brain where they just like follow a line. It's like, oh God, how long a wiring harness? The amount of wire it has is it's like the length is huge. If you like strung it all like wire to wire, all connect together in one long line, it's like 250, 500 feet. And trying to like follow one specific wire out of all of that stuff jumbled together in like a wrapped up cloth harness. There's a reason why people don't even bother trying to find what's wrong in a wiring harness if there's an electrical issue. They just pull it out and they put a new one in. It's way easier. It takes so much less time. And sure, you have to pay the money for a brand new wiring harness instead of like finding a wire and cutting it and then, splicing into a new connection together or whatnot. You just replace it. Just take it out, put a whole new one back in. The people that actually figure out what's wrong and fix it a like electrically minded way, they're crazy. I don't know why they would ever spend their time doing that. It's just so much more simple just to throw a new one in. Anyway,
I've been trying to find a very slow coolant leak for the last couple months. I thought it was the upper radiator hose, so we swapped that. At first I figured my thermostat was just bad, so swap that. And, you refill the coolant and everything. And so you're like, oh, it's fixed. This is great, because you have like an engine full of coolant at that point or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Or your radiator's full and all that and whatnot. And then like it was crazy because I drove it for like 2 weeks, hundreds of miles before it started to overheat again. And then we saw there's like little drops around the upper radiator hose. Like, well, maybe there's like a pinhole leak on this. We'll try to swap this. And, that worked again for like 3 weeks. I was like, oh, we got it for sure this time. Luckily, my wife's dad is like his pastime is fixing old cars, so he's a pretty good mechanic. But nice. That wasn't it because again it overheated. So I have some dye.
Be too simple.
What's that?
It'd be too simple.
Yeah,
just a hose. Just a hose of no, never.
He knew that too because it's like 2 weeks later, and I'm telling him that everything's good. He's like, well, keep your fingers crossed. It's like, damn. He ended up being hella right. So I have some like dye that'll show up under a black light. Put that in there, and then. But it's weird because I can see where the coolant is going, but I can't tell at all where it's leaking from. It must only start leaking when it gets hot or something, and even then, just a tiny amount. So we'll see.
He's so real for that.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
It could be fixed. Yeah.
After we did the thermostat, he's like, "Well, I'd be surprised if that fixed it." Like, damn it.
Why did you fix it then?
Let's be
like,
optimistic
well, it's worth a shot.
No, he's totally right though.
Yeah, that is such a mechanic thing to say. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, that could have done it. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't put any faith into the first fix. It's never the first fix. Yeah, I got get 2 or 3 until you actually find out what's wrong. But it would probably take more, who knows.
I mean, at least it's such a small leak that I can just fill it up with coolant and run it still, do my jobs and whatnot. But it would be nice to just solve the issue.
There's a part in class And part of this is why I didn't like really retain any information when I was going to college for car stuff, is that every single teacher that I had, their examples for when stuff was broken, they would like say like a specific make and model and year of a car and say like, yeah, well, I had this one car this one time. It was like a Subaru Forester from like 1998, and it had this problem. And then he tells the whole story about what trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And then he says, "This is what we figured out what's wrong with it." And I just sat there and I was like, so that's one specific instance of that one car. How about other cars that like, like stuff that isn't just like this one specific Subaru?
Right.
And everyone always had a story on a specific car that they had an issue with, and they would fix it. And I just wish that they would tell us like good diagnosing tips for figuring out stuff that's wrong on like general vehicles and not specific things. Because most people, when you go into the auto field, you typically only work like you have like a type of car that you know very well and you work on pretty often, and like what's generally wrong with most of the cars in that like area. Say you work on like trucks and you work on trucks a bunch, you would like kind of be able to tell what's wrong with a truck. But if you are given like this small, like not like smart car necessarily, but like small city Fiat, you're like,
Sure.
I don't know what's going on with this. It's so small and compact. I have no room to
Completely
do anything
different.
on this.
Yeah.
I have a Mitsubishi Mirage, though. It's awesome. I love it.
This guy's got a Mitsubishi. One of my friends has one too, I think. I don't know if it's a Mirage specifically.
They're teeny tiny. They're like, it looks like it could be like a Fiat Punto, like you're saying.
So
It's a bit bigger than a smart car.
Guys, did we have a name for session 38 yet?
I can check.
Is that the last one?
notes.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Something Bodhi's gonna or Durian's gonna sit on it?
Durian can sit on it is the name.
Yeah.
How did
I
that
think
apply?
I think I might have already-
How did that apply? Don't ask me, man. All right.
Durian can sit on it. Yeah, it's in the chat, Ben.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
Half
did
the
it.
names
Sorry,
that relate to me just happen.
I probably
all
threw
right?
you off because I put that one on right after our session.
No, you're good.
I don't even know what does that relate to even.
It's because of the eggs. The eggs.
Oh,
We were talking about the eggs and keeping them safe.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Right.
That makes sense now. I was like,
Okay.
well, I remember Peter summoning like an otherworldly monster that he was going to
like
ride.
a little beholder guy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the dragon egg. So
Beholder King.
we were talking about like, how do we incubate it so it hatches? And they were like, Durian can sit on it.
Yeah. Okay, Bodhi, let's do our session 38 recap.
Yeah. Yes. Let me make sure
All right.
make sure everything's good here.
Yes. Check here.
Yes,
Dot the
yes,
I's,
yes.
cross the T's.
I'm not signing a contract.
Yet.
Huh? Huh?
That you know of.
You might, yeah. Be very careful.
All right, let me skim a little insight into the process, Jason. We get together and then I skim very frantically so I don't take up as much time reading
That's how
my
we make
notes.
the cheese.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Cheese.
Is that the saying? How you make?
I don't know. You said it.
Make the cheese. How the cheese is
I don't know.
made.
This is how it's made. The TV show, actually. And
Jason, I
sometimes
finally made it to level 2 in the Temple of Elemental Evil. Because I went to the back to the moat house, and I just took it kind of like one encounter at a time. I'm gonna ask you to unmute until Bodhi gets started.
Yeah, I'm talking. You can't hear me. One room at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the outer courtyard, you get attacked by like
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of those
bandits
soldiers, right?
a ridiculous
You just get
amount.
ganked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was hard. But then I hired all the NPCs, to come, and
Okay.
they really, they laid it down. Took a couple of tries so that, nobody died in the battle.
Right on.
And then I went down, and I ended up fighting like some kind of green ooze. It wasn't like a gelatinous cube. It was like
Oh
a
yeah.
green ooze
Was that it?
monster
Was
that
that in the?
splits.
Did you go in? There's a tower there too. You can go in and you can rest in there.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's a tower. There's right in that courtyard. There's another tower. You go in there. I think there's a spider in
There's a
there.
spider in that one. Yeah.
So as soon as you kill that spider, you can rest in there with no worries.
Man, the spiders are so hard because you get caught in the webs and it is
Oh,
so
you
hard
can't
to
move.
escape. You're screwed.
Yeah, web
Yeah.
spell is crazy, right?
So I ended up going to the basement. I fought off the whatever slime or ooze creature it was,
Right on. Yep.
and then I found like a giant crocodile down there too.
Yep.
That I was able to kill, and that's when I leveled up because I had initially
Nice.
like continued to the left side, but I kept running
Yes.
into like too many undead, so I would die.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But then, I found, the other rooms, monsters in there to clear out for experience. Finally got to level 2, and I've been wanting to dive back into it. I just haven't really
Nice.
had the chance.
Yeah, I haven't touched it much since we last spoke. But I should get more NPCs because I think it probably is net easier.
Yeah, I have 3 of them with me right now.
Probably should.
The
I think
one
my
doing the
party's only
most is
5.
is the drunken fighter guy. I mean,
Yeah,
he just crushes it.
yeah, he's
but-
good. He
And I
starts at like
realized-
level 4, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can like take their stuff too.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
like he has money too on his person that I just moved to my other characters. It's like, is this that's how this works? You just steal
Yeah.
their stuff?
No,
Okay.
you're. It's like party fun.
Yeah.
I think if he was evil, you wouldn't be able to. And
Oh, okay.
it depends on their alignment in comparison to your party alignment, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's other guys where is it Jeru or is the monk? Do you have the monk with you?
I think I have a rogue. The guy that
Okay.
was like the criminal in the tavern that they wanted you to like
Yeah.
have him
Playing
stop
cards?
cheating.
Yeah.
I said, no, you just come with me, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's Jeru. I think he's a monk. He's a
Okay.
dick. I think you meet him in what's the other town? Nob? Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been there yet.
He's a dick. So I think some of them they just automatically take a portion of all the loot, and once in a while they'll just like take like an item from like the loot, and then you won't be able to swap it.
Come on.
It all depends on their alignment, I think. Yeah. Eventually just killed him or let him
What's up,
die.
Chris?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, we're about to do the session 38 recap, so I'm gonna
Oh, good.
put Bodie out here. You're on the spot,
Okay.
Bodie. You ready? You ready, sir?
Yeah, sure. I guess.
You better get ready, boy.
Okay. And you're on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a recap of session 38 of campaign 4. Durian can sit on it. Don't ask me why it's named that. It's because there's some eggs and they're dragon eggs. You'll learn later. Last we left off, we fought off some Githyanki, fought off verbally in a battle of wits that we almost whole-handedly lost and almost had to fight 2 adult dragons and 2 Githyanki warriors. And we essentially bartered for a silver egg out of a clutch of other dragon eggs that they were threatening to crush and destroy, but the red ones, so they can presumably grow more dragons and have more forces to their army. And after we bartered with them and came back and got some books from a library and talked to Shinduras, who is the moon and is a frailing old man, as part of a ritual to kind of free him from the astral plane where his dragon hall is, we needed to kind of kill him and put his soul in the egg that we stole or retrieved. So we, go through with it. Edward, in an effort to finally stop trying to kill people when in a feral rage and on full moons, killed another innocent person in order to, take the first step towards that process. Because, we came there for a book to find a cure for lycanthropy, and that part of the deal was helping Shinduras out. And why wouldn't we? So we helped him out by killing him. And after his soul entered this silver egg, we tried to leave. We didn't have an exit strategy. We didn't know how we were going to get out when we went into this place to begin with, and uh, we had this dais on a raised platform that had a spiral of, metal offerings, expensive objects, money that looked otherworldly. And we experimented with it a bunch, throwing some money in, and we were seeing visions of places that we were thinking of when we put money in. And on top of that, we tried to experiment and see how it worked and trying to, see things at like a scry spell almost, just by tossing some money at this weird magical thing. And apparently we messed around too much, and a spiked green aberration dragon showed up and was stuck halfway through a portal, and through a concert of wills, all right, we're gonna restart this because the dogs are yelling, and I'm gonna sh No, I'm just closing my door and locking it. All right, what now? Give me your harsh criticisms. Yeah? Well, you don't like the scatterbrain approach? All right. How much context do you want me to give? None? Okay. 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 All right. You hate me. You hate me. I see. No, you hate me. No, I get it. I get it. I understand. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody will have any
Oh,
idea
yeah,
what I
yeah,
just
yeah,
said.
yeah, sure. Your mic was muted. Okay.
Yeah, so just be like, last
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
blah blah. When we left off, in like 1-2 sentences, boom. Okay, sir, you're great, you're beautiful, and let's take it again.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 38 of Campaign 4. Durian can sit on it. Last we left off, we're in the astral plane, and there was a green aberration dragon climbing through a portal and got stuck halfway through. And we have that problem to deal with. We pick up from there and kind of enter a weird combat of sorts where Durian, who initiated this portal that this dragon got stuck in, was trying to use his wills to kind of either, fully bisect it and kill it or open it enough to push this thing through, while everyone else is kind of just, you know, slashing it with claws or stabbing at it with a rapier, or in Peter's case, hiding behind some pillars, getting away from it, which is the smart thing to do. Didn't make a wrong move there. Until this weird dragon thing, he after he did an icky poison breath and got most of us with it and hurt us a little bit, the terrain, I guess, was destabilized after it was trying to come through and this portal was open for too long. The terrain itself started to fall apart, and coincidentally, where Peter was at, hiding about 30 feet back behind a pillar, he was subjected to flying away in the astral sea on the little bit of land that he had, and he was going off into space, which was a problem that he would have to resolve later through his own wit and magical ability. After Peter got thrown away into the astral sea, the rest of the party kept on attacking it and trying to kill it, and a critical hit from, I believe, Durian was able to take it out. And Peter, who was far away, just fully summoned a beholderkin, just a crazy creature from, wherever he got it from, and used it as a taxi, just like as a mount, just to fly through the sea and get back to us, because that's what you do with a crazy creature like that. Is use it as just a transportation device. After he got back to us, and the portal was closed, it was still open, the group attempted to close it and failed. We could see briefly through that there was some more of the spine creatures we fought in this place, and there was some skidding around. It was pretty dark, and after a round of trying to close it, some more of them came through, and he had to, kind of fight them off like a bunch of, elder bugs trying to get in through the door and whenever they're in season. It's just kind of like, just shoot, get out of here, get out of here. We tried real hard to, kill him and kill him dead. After that, we finally able to close the portal. Thank goodness. Not after, not before we sent the Beholderkin through to scout and see what was going on. It died immediately, so we said, no, we're good. We're okay with that. And using the last of his red cap tooth teeth that Durian had, which was, enough money, gold value to open the portal, put it in, and it summoned the portal to the Feywild. Now, as eager as we are to get out of this place and leave, because we've had a rough time here already, we're not so eager to go back to the Feywild where we kind of ditched on a deal we made with one of the queens, a Fey queen. And if you know any rules about the Feywild and making deals, such a thing as you don't do that and it's bad. Bad consequences happen. So we decided to bite the bullet. By we mean Edward, who ponied up 1,000 gold, which is enough to open the portal again to where we actually wanted to go, which was the Temple of the Moon. Very grateful for a sacrifice of coin. We all jumped through and decided to get on out of there. After leaving through the portal, we came to in the actual temple itself of the moon, and we saw, the original acolytes that were there helping make the spell for the portal where we got into the astral plane in the first place. And we had Tella, which was the kind of head priest cleric of the temple, and Michael, whose name I'll never pronounce correctly because he's, it's a little bit French, who was the liaison between the temple and the nearby fort of people that were like living there. And they were very happy that we came back, and even more so after we told them of our success of what we gathered there, which was, a bunch of books from the library, one that we needed and one that was, desired by Shindurus, the man we went in there to go help. We ended up killing him, putting him in an egg of his, but that was his choice. He asked us to do that. And his religious folk, I guess you could say, were very happy to hear that too. So, goods on us, more hero points, we'll take those wins. And very focused on our own personal problems. Edward asked about some clarification on this text that we got for his cure for his lycanthropy, and learned that the section where it states that a sacrifice would have had to been made seems like there was a loophole or workaround where we didn't actually have to necessarily kill a person. Just like, a beast or an animal or whatever creature that was, used in the ritual. Edward would have to fight in a mind dream battle and best it in a, contest of will and spirit. And he would gain some aspects of said beast. And, of course, we first thought about, what if he was a bear? What if he was an elk or, something easy? Because if he botched the ritual, then him and whoever, and one of the two people that were helping him in the ritual, entering his mind space with him, would perish, or some bad things would happen to him. Edward himself would be gone fully, and the people that go in with him might have died, or, something horrible might have happened to him. And we initially didn't want to risk that, but after learning that the blood of a white dragon that we recently killed, we still had some left over, and naturally everyone thought it would be rad as hell if Edward got some ice dragon powers out of it. And he initially said, no, 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 I can't, I don't want to do it. But then we coaxed him into it like a bunch of good bad friends that we are, and he said, fine, I'll do it. You know what, why not? It's only my life we're playing with. And we learned that we needed a location to open to the moon on the 10 day when the full moon is out. We would conduct the ritual, and then we couldn't do it at the temple or in the fort, so we find a nice snowy hill outside, and we had a few days to prepare. Kevin, who was with us, decided to leave us to our journey and went to go travel to the Sugarbowl, which was some ATK soldiers that were gonna go there en masse to go probably die as part of the orders of a corrupt commander of their order, who we still had some ideas and theories on, but he decided to go ahead and investigate that while we were doing our own thing. As he left, we, got some potions, geared up a little bit, had some rest, and as the ritual was beginning, we fed Edward some potions, gave him some like magical items. Not sure if it would help him or not, if it would have any effect. Just trying to give him the best chances possible because if this went bad, he would die. And the ritual was going to be an hour long, and the people going in to help him is Michael, who was the liaison between the two places, as I mentioned earlier, and Desperado, who had enough knowledge and wherewithal of religion and the arcane, and had a holy deity on his side, was able to go in with him. And this essentially split the party into two. It was Edward and Desperado in the mental mind palace of Edward fighting a aspect, spirit, soul of a white dragon in a battle of wills, and Durian and Peter, who were outside of the ritual, were holding back Balguras, who were a bit weakened because it seems they were summoned in some sort of way, and they were being rebuffed by us for a whole hour. But the interesting part is what happened in the ritual. Edward was combating this dragon, and based on what was happening inside and outside of his body, he was getting advantage or disadvantage on his checks. It was a best of three situation. The dragon sprayed some icy breath and got the upper hand in the beginning. Got one check against him. One win in the column, but swiftly through some stabbing by Desperado to give Edward advantage, and Edward being able to roll high enough to rebuff this white dragon, and finding it in a flurry of snow and succeeding on a perception check against its stealth, was able to find it, grab it, take out its throat or kill it in some form of way, and succeeded in the ritual. Good fortunes. He's not dying. Desperado's not dying. Michael, this guy we're kind of cool with, but don't know really, isn't going to die either. And he was woken up to having been very exhausted and, maybe needed a little nappy nap after fighting for his soul. A group of Dragonborn warriors who we encountered way earlier, who knew about Edward being a lycanthrope, a werewolf, basically told us before that if he couldn't be cured, that they were going to find him and kill him, and they were checking up on our progress and saw that he was in fact good. They decided to leave us alone and left. Mysterious, I don't know if we're gonna ever find those guys again, but we don't have any problems with them now, and that's okay. We'll take people not wanting to kill us any day of the week. Edward felt a little physically altered, not knowing entirely what was going on, but he felt ice in his veins and a cold breath in his cold breath in his lungs, and we didn't know if we wanted to leave immediately or at least take a sleep. But we at the very least headed to the fort to make our next steps, and we ended the session there. That was a recap of session 38, campaign 4. Durian can sit on it.
Very nice. Thank you, Bodhi.
Cough there at the end.
Nailed it.
God, I hope I did. Ben hates me. He gave me criticism, and as all artists know, you don't like that.
Yeah, the general rule of thumb is that anytime somebody gives you any level of criticism, that means that you are terrible.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong, and you don't deserve to be there.
Yeah, yeah, and you also don't deserve happiness, I believe is what it means too. Like joy is not for you.
Crazy. I mean,
you're in the wrong vocation. You need to change.
Right. Yeah. You should really give up all of your hopes and dreams at this point.
Yeah, but I'm not so self-centered enough that I'm going to let Ben's words tear me down, all right? I can still be a happy person afterwards. Because, Ben is the villain.
If at first you don't succeed, give up and try something else.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, if at first you don't succeed, take the hint. That's how it works, right?
Hey, so while we wait for Joel... Oh, we're getting a message in the Discord as we speak. Sorry, guys, having internet issues. A likely story.
Wow, Ben just hates everybody today.
Internet issues.
You heard how he said that? That's crazy.
Internet issues. What's the issue?
Right.
He ain't logged on to it.
Let's be honest. If we were in the car on our way home, I would text, and I was late, I would text you to let you know I was having internet issues.
No, he just hates Joel is all.
That's what I'm assuming here. I'm assuming the worst, actually. No. So, do you guys think that you will be, like Bodhi said, taking a rest at the fort, or heading out immediately? Just out of
Probably
curiosity.
would, right?
What's our time constraints right now? Are we like,
I don't know if we have any.
Well,
are we
you were-
pressed?
It was kind of like you were going to Sugarbowl with Commander Hockins, but then this kind of happened instead, like at the same time. So
Yeah.
you've, in some sense, missed that like precise window for what was going to happen. Although he had mentioned he hopes you do meet up with him there. So, yeah, there's
So
not
we
really
probably
a-
shouldn't drag our feet too much, but we're not like in a rush necessarily.
It's like when you're late to work and it's been like an hour. So you're like, well, it's already been an hour. What's another hour?
Yeah,
It's
or you're
already
like,
gonna
"Oh,
be
I might as well
bad."
just call in at this point. Like, I'm an hour late already, so sorry, having internet issues, that kind of thing.
Wow. I think I remember something about Silverado being south of where we are because basically all points,
Yeah.
all roads led here where we are now. One to cure Edward and the other to, I don't know why else we came here. Oh, why else did we come here? Was it just to cure Edward? We had other reasons for being here, didn't we? It was Silverado as well. Was that it?
You're mostly looking for information regarding a cure to lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Lycanthropy.
I think that was our main- yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sidetracked us a bit, and I don't fully remember. I know there was something else that was like in this general direction that we were like, we can head that way and then also do this thing. But I can't remember which thing that was, or maybe I'm wrong.
Was it
Which-
Lady Leadspine? Were we giving her passage here? Was
No,
that
she
also
wanted
it?
to go to Riverside,
what it was.
but then you guys decided it's too dangerous for her to go there alone, and she accompanied you here.
And now that we killed the giant evil necromancer in the area, it's probably a lot safer. I would imagine.
Yeah, and you you guys came here for the cure to lycanthropy, but also, kind of this is, you were journeying to West Coast Tavern originally, and
Which was
then
overrun.
it was kind of overrun. So you're like, well, there's the Temple of the Moon. We'll just go directly there instead of going to the tavern first. But part of the reason for going to the tavern was also that it's like close in proximity to the Sugarbowl, where Commander Hockins, because the main quest kind of thing, your main focus, especially after killing Hideo, was helping Commander Hockins rehabilitate his image, essentially, because
Right.
there's apparently a doppelganger that had been acting as him while he was trapped in the Feywild, abandoning his post as though he was Commander Hockins abandoning his post. So Hawkins, had asked you guys for the help in, he found out more about the missions that were taking place, trying to secure sources in the Sugarbowl, and how they would always be almost immediately overrun by other forces because Commander Krim was not allocating enough troops to kind of like each expedition or whatnot. So, his plan was you guys all show up there to, bolster the numbers, provide reinforcements so that the gains that the ATK was able to make, they can hold on to those. And then hopefully in that sense, he redeems himself, when you guys do so.
I looked at my notes and it said that Silverado was. I don't know if we know for sure if this is 100% correct or not, but was being held at a theater town that was close to where we are currently,
That too.
and we're
yeah.
Close to the
and we're
amphitheater, right?
we're going there with Kevin to jog his memory, so because
Yes.
he knows Kevin
Oh,
because in his
right.
memory issues. And then I thought
Right, right.
I don't know why, but I thought the Sugar Bowl was west somewhere, and we were going
Sugar Bowl
away
is
from it.
basically just the whole crater from the raised mountain, so it's the entire north.
Okay.
It's just called that because now it's like a bowl and there's snow on it, basically.
So I guess we could. I guess if we want to do both, we could go north and help Kevin out with these soldiers that are being sent to die pretty much by a corrupt leader, and then once we help him with that, we can maybe drag him south with us to maybe find Silverado if he's still there. Who knows? At least look for him. Because other than that, I don't know what else we would have on our docket.
I mean, I feel like it's reasonable for you guys to go help Commander Hawkins. It's up to you guys, whatever you want to do, but just because that kind of was the plan, but then he was like, well, catch up with me later. I know this is more important for you guys to take care of, essentially. Wherever you guys want to take it is where we'll go.
Let's just ditch all this and go run a tavern.
There was another elf encampment that we were supposed to go to, right?
No, we.
There's a what?
Was there not another elf encampment that we were supposed to go to somewhere between the one that fort that we to help defend and where we are now? Was there not another one in between in the forest?
I think we did go there, and we.
Yeah, you guys did make a stop there. That's like the new stronghold of the Nyx Dryadales. They did not want to let you beyond the perimeter of the woods. They're a little xenophobic. But and having, so many of you that are not familiar to them, they offered you safe haven, and they also did not want you to linger there in fear of bringing on more of the Nyx Dryadales or having them send their undead into the woods, after them.
They also warned us about Hideo too, which means they don't hate us. They just didn't want us to.
Yeah.
And then we killed him.
I just don't want to be involved.
Yeah,
which probably earned us brownie points, saying we killed Hideo.
They did say that they would owe you a great favor if you were able to take out Hideo, because they're the ones that warned you about that kind of like rolling ball of death that he had summoned.
That's right.
To
that
go
rings
after
a bell.
you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I think maybe, I don't know. Do we want to immediately rest, or do we want to? How far is the Sugarbowl? Is it just like? Is it a day's travel, or is it like way less?
It's like within a day's travel. The city isn't huge, and it's just basically the northern border of the city. So it would take, a good part of a day's travel to get there because it's rough terrain beyond the northern forest. You guys might need more information, though, as far as where exactly to go, because there weren't a lot of specifics, shared between you before you guys went and took care of what you needed to take care of, and Commander Hockins was like, "All right, I'm out." So, we can address that in game too. Perhaps he told somebody where he was going for you, something like that. But
I mean, personally, resource-wise, I'm like completely, I'm like 90%. I'm good to go right now. I don't know if you.
That's why
I don't know if
asked,
you spellcasters need any sleep.
We were kind of more so role playing that you were all like greatly fatigued by that battle, because we kind of hand waved some of the material plane happenings. You guys fought off, a large number of demons who
for an hour,
made manifest by the performance of this blood ritual. And just the idea that Edward had kind of consumed a whole nother entity. So we were kind of more so role playing that you guys were exhausted rather than it being based off of like actual resources. But
yeah,
I'm low on spells, but physically I'm fine.
Edward had the meat sweats. He's got to sit down a little bit at least.
It happens. What do you want me to do?
Happens when you eat the soul of a dragon.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, it's ferocious.
I mostly ask because there is a certain thing that happens when you take an extended rest that doesn't happen until you take an extended rest.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's something you should probably sleep on. Doing this whole big ritual.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah, it's just like, do we sleep now or do we just travel a bit and then sleep then in like the woods somewhere?
I'm gonna have a weird dragon dream, I think.
I mean, it is kind of the yeah, right. It is kind of the middle of the night.
Maybe
But it
maybe
is
you should go lay down and sleep. Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah? No, we'll keep cutting you off. It's fine, Ben. We'll
Wait,
do
wait.
it.
I'm-
Huh?
Who
I'll talk through you. All
as
right. I think perhaps we sleep.
I think so.
Just do
Okay.
a full reset, and
then
then
Might as
perhaps
well.
you level up to level 8.
Kevin,
Hang on, he only said perhaps though. Like we gotta wait. 'Cause
Wait.
I figured we should get that out of the way since Joel is having some internet issues.
yeah, I
oh,
can't wait
this
to.
is feet level. Oh
Yeah,
crap.
I can't wait to do like 3 things and be done leveling up.
Ooh, do I
I
wanna
said
make
as if it's a
feet?
bad thing.
You don't
It's
have
not.
to. I mean, you can.
Yeah,
Stay
I
level
choose not
7.
to. I just get an ability score improvement. I mean that's not bad.
I'm going to switch my fighting style to dueling.
The question
Okay.
is,
Adds 2 to my melee attacks, and my AC gets worse by 1.
Okay. Are you planning to do more hand-to-hand combat?
I think it will help.
13.
Okay.
109. So I can either have 109 HP, or I could up my con and get 118. Or 117, I guess, it would be correct. Or I could just go for a strength increase.
Decisions.
I could do a feat, maybe, but I don't even know what feat I would take, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my dexterity to 20.
Feats are awesome, but I have such a hard time not going with that ability score increase.
Me too, Ben.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean,
We did a
Oh, my-
level 14 one-shot a couple weeks ago. Mitch ran for us. And along the way, I was like, wait, I want feats, but I really need these
wait.
bonuses to attack and whatnot. I played a dwarven cleric as usual. I almost always do.
That's the decision. Is what is it? Strength plus proficiency? Is it damage included with strength too? Yeah, it is. So
Yep.
it goes from. So I could essentially get another +1 to attack and damage, or I can gain an extra 8 health and have my AC go up by 1 to 18.
Wow. Have you had trouble staying up, though? I feel like you're the one person who rarely gets knocked unconscious.
Yeah, the whole thing is built around taking damage and then not going down when I'm supposed to go down. Because I got 2 redundancies in my back pocket if I do go down. Or I just pop up at like 1 hit point.
Right.
I mean a flat AC increase is not the worst. Just a +1 to 18, and then
I mean, AC increases as good as an attack increase, I say.
I remember thinking about this before, what I would do, and now I'm conflicted.
Aha.
I'm not even thinking about the health increase at this point, honestly. I'm just thinking about the AC or the
What's your
attack
AC
bonuses.
now?
17 with
17?
17 with the axe.
Okay.
If I wield a shield and the mace, it would be an 18, and if I bump it by 1, then it would be 18 with the axe, then 19 with a shield.
That's pretty high.
It is, but I'm also supposed to be hit by like things. And if they keep trying to hit me and they miss, then they're not gonna want to hit me. They're gonna want to go over other people that they can hit.
You also have that ability that compels them to hit you.
Yeah. And it's just making it as disadvantaged as it could be to go after someone else.
Right.
And part of that is just being a target that they can hit. Because if they're doing something to you, they're at least hurting you, then they're making progress in a fight. Versus making no progress and switching up what they're doing. Decisions.
Man, I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, thematically speaking, if I took the Gift of the Chromatic Dragon feat right now, that would be really cool.
It would make
Thematically,
sense.
It's fully and completely redundant for me. Like, it doesn't do anything new for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It literally is, as a bonus action, you could touch a simpler martial weapon and infuse it with one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. I already do that.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like I could, well, no, I can, because I can do that too. Yeah, it's fully redundant. I wouldn't do me any good.
What does my path do at level 10? Oh, I just get nothing that's combat related.
Hey, Joel, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, the guys decided that before heading out, you're going to end up taking a long rest, so you level up to level 8.
Oh,
I figure we take care of some of those semantics before we jump into the game here.
perfect.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. Joel, what would you do? +1 to attack and damage, upping my strength to a flat 20, or upping my con to a 20 and getting, what is it? It's 22 more health and +1 to my AC.
Man, that's a tough choice.
Yeah,
I think honestly, either one is kind of unnecessary for you. You're pretty tanky and you do a lot of damage.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Have you considered just doing something that gives you a little more options?
I could look at feats, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know what barbarian feats I would take that I don't already have.
Hmm.
I have great weapon master. I have great weapon fighting.
Hmm.
What does savage attacker do? Isn't it just
I'm
you get extra crit dice?
I'm considering getting the warlock um initiate thing.
Oh, okay. Maybe I take savage attacker. You can just choose to reroll once per turn on a melee weapon attack the damage, and you can choose either. Hmm.
That sounds nice. Yeah. It's like advantage on damage.
It is. Oh, why have I been plagued with these decisions? I'm playing a martial class. I'm not supposed to make difficult decisions. I'm supposed to instantly level up and not worry about it. I feel like I'm choosing spells right now.
Don't even get me started on spells.
Yeah, good luck. I feel bad for you.
Oh man.
Better choose something that's good and you want to keep for a long time, because you can't change it and you're gonna be stuck with it. Oh God.
There's some really cool feats that would like from a purely like metagame strategic stance would be awesome and perfect. But I sort of made a decision early on that Edward is not a magic user. You know, he has his blood curse stuff, but he doesn't use magic. He doesn't know magic. And so I'm kind of trying to stick with that. And there's some really good ones that would give me some really great spells
It's
that would
really
work
hard,
really well.
Chris,
But
when you're used to like playing that kind of character.
hmm hmm
My Tuesday game, we have like a backup characters are playing with, and I'm playing a barbarian, which is really hard for me to not have any sort of spell abilities at all.
Yeah.
So I'm a gnome and I can cast a couple of spells.
Nice.
I think that's a sweet spot. I think like a
Yeah.
marshal with a few like magic abilities is pretty fun
Yeah,
to play
totally.
around. Yeah.
Totally, Joel.
I think
I'm just gonna.
once you start getting too many options like wizards do, I think it's a little overwhelming.
Don't I know it?
I'm just gonna go with the dex increase. Just put a +2 to my dex up to 20. Skip it.
That's what I'm doing, Chris. Yeah.
I already have a bunch of feats anyway, so.
Hmm. It's just staring at me, these numbers. I think it's just hard. It's a hard choice.
What else did you change, Jason?
So I took my feet. I took just up my dexterity up to 20, and now I'm just hearing you, your voice in the back of my mind, thinking whether or not I should change my fighting style or not. Because I boosted my dexterity, my AC would stay at 20, but if I stay with defense, then my AC would be 21. Or I add 3 extra damage to my melee attacks instead of 2 from the feet. Yeah, AC 21 or +2 to my weapon damage to all my weapon attacks.
Decisions.
I've made my decision. I'm
Okay,
upping my
talk me into it,
strength
Ben.
to
I'm gonna
20.
stick with my defense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna not do what I said I was gonna do and just stay defensive and be better able to heal my friends.
I went with the strength.
Yeah, that's good too, Bodhi. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. Like Ben was just saying, like it's really hard to take a feat when you can like boosting an ability boosts the whole body. It boosts all your skills. It boosts your attack and your damage, your saves.
It boosted one skill, my athletics.
Yeah.
Hey. And your attack, and your attack bonus and your damage bonus and your,
Yeah, the way I figured it was, I don't know if an extra 8 health is going to matter much for me, and having an extra AC would be nice, but it's not the point of what I'm trying to do. which is
So,
take hits instead.
so it's exactly my logic was the same, but in backwards. I don't. You
Yeah.
guys don't need me to deal be the primary damage dealer. So I think maybe adding 2 extra damage isn't as big as maybe another 5% chance of not being hit.
Yeah.
Especially since you're
The healer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's smart.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, as of right now, kind of the same thing, because I'm looking at the only feat that I probably would consider taking would be maybe fighting initiate, which gives me an extra fighting style. But then I'm looking at the fighting styles, and based on like how my character fights, the only one that would be any good for me to take would be defense, which is going to give me a +1 to my AC. But if I take the 2 points in dexterity, I get the +1 to AC plus a bunch of other stuff. So.
You guys ready to
Exactly.
play?
All right,
Yeah, let's do it.
Good.
Okay.
And your deck save.
In Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out. Mazes and monsters is a far out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing. Hey, it's all imagination. Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Hello and welcome. This is the Heroes Era, and we're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And let's just jump right into our game here. Last time when we left off, we had somewhat of a climactic episode where Edward overcame his blood curse that had caused him some difficulties in the past. So in doing so, you defeated the soul of a very powerful dragon. We left off there last time, and you guys ended up heading back to the fortress by the Highland Sea to rest. And Edward's curse is cured. Edward, as you struggle to sleep, you find discomfort in the warmth of your bedroll. You walk beneath the silver light of the moon and finally lay down in a snowbank, and there you find rest. So through your struggle with the soul of Rave, you do gain some boons, and I'm going to post these in your chat here and then read them out loud. And so what we're going to do, you were successful in 2 out of 3 challenges against the soul of Rave. And so you can choose one of these that you want and receive that, and then you can choose one to rule out. And then we will roll for the second boon that you receive. And you will either receive Dragon's Breath, which is an icy breath, Frightful Presence, Blind Sight, Legendary Resistance with 1 daily use, Ice Walk, where you can essentially move across and climb icy surfaces without a check, Flight, where you can transform, take some damage as you do when you currently transform, but then you will gain a fly speed for an hour. And so, of course, you can choose whichever one you want, rule one out, and then we will roll a d4 to decide the second trait that you get.
I get one guaranteed.
Yep.
I take one out, and then I get a second one based on the roll.
That's right.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of redundancies in here based on just like some gear I have, and it's like the flight thing is awesome, but I do have the Cloak of the Bat.
Right.
That does allow me to fly. Now I have to hold the cloak while I'm flying, so it's aerial combat is a bit tricky. So it would be like an upgrade. Plus, I guess I could give the cloak to somebody else. Do any of these, if it doesn't mention, is it like a like with the flight thing, the wings last for an hour and then they're gone, but like can I do it again and just take more damage, or is it once a day?
Once per day.
Okay.
Yeah,
The Dragon's Breath is really cool.
Later on, you want to attune to something else, and
yeah. Frightful Presence. I have something similar to that when I transform in front of someone for the first time. So that's again, it's kind of an upgrade to what I have. Blindside is always a plus. So is Legendary Resistance.
the Mage Slayer feat is amazing, and that's basically like the Mage Slayer's kind of ability, but like on steroids.
Here's what I'm leaning towards. I think is the Dragon's Breath once a day, or is that
it is once daily? Yes.
Okay.
It's huge, though.
Yeah, it's huge. Okay, I'm thinking I can eliminate the ice walk thing.
That one is not daily, just for your info.
Yeah.
But yeah, still eliminate ice walk. Okay.
Yeah, because I like it's cool thematically, but I feel like
Sure.
I have a lot of ways to work around that issue without that.
Absolutely.
So I think we can eliminate that one because that's the least gain.
Okay.
From me. But do I lock in the Dragon's Breath, the Blind Sight, or the Flight? It's got to be one of those, I think.
You can't go wrong, right?
I know. Yeah, there's no wrong answer to that.
This is very Who Wants to Be
I'm
a
gonna
Millionaire.
take the Blind Sight for my gimme.
Wow. Okay.
Because
I didn't
that's
expect
probably
that, but that is very cool.
Out of all of these, that's probably the hardest thing for me to duplicate in some other way with abilities or equipment or anything like that.
Okay.
And I know how you like to be sneaky with some stuff, so
Okay.
so I think cool.
I
think I'm gonna lock in the Blind Sight, and then we can in the Blind Sight, eliminate the Ice Walk, and then we can roll for the rest of them.
So 1 will be Dragon's Breath, 2 Frightful Presence, 3 Legendary Resistance, and 4 Flight. Okay, roll me a d4, please.
Yeah. And cool on, Chris.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a win-win-win-win.
Oh yeah, all cool.
3.
Legendary Resistance. Okay.
Legendary Resistance. Shoot, yeah, man,
Wow.
I'll take that.
So once daily, when you fail a saving throw, you can succeed on it instead. And keep in mind, that's also death saving throw, so it might really, come in clutch there as well. So.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
You got a human with Blind Sight. What you gonna do about that?
A fitting reward for, almost having your soul stolen.
Yeah, right.
We were just saying at Level Up about the mature choice is to take the ASI. I feel like your mature choice was taking the Blind Sight. I think that was smart.
Yeah.
I bet that will come in handy a lot. I mean,
yeah.
This boy can sense with the best of them.
Ben's like,
dude,
why put that on there?
You earned that, like having to live through like random chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you earned that, man.
Okay, so that aside, Edward, well done in defeating your curse, and you can still, make use of the abilities that you already had mastery over. You simply are no longer affected by the light of the moon.
I love that for me.
And Peter, as you rest and just, in some sense meditate on different things that you've been a part of lately, you do gain knowledge of Arcana. Through your participation in the ritual that preserved Shindurus' spirit, and your other studies of magic throughout your time as a sorcerer. So you will be trained in knowledge of Arcana.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. And then the other 2, you level up to level 8, as normal.
It's still good.
I'm happy to announce I can now carry 600 pounds and push Dragon Lift 1,200 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
Oddly, that has come into play.
I've been trying to make use of it.
So you guys have rested at the Fortress by the Sea. No official name for this fort yet, right? Unless I made one up last session and forgot, which that could happen.
I like Fort by the Sea.
yeah, it's romantic. You guys, though, wake up, and it is a bustling fort now. There seems to have been an influx of refugees just over the course of the prior evening, as people are journeying north from Newport. You have learned in the past that place is being overrun by the undead, and many of the people, those in power there, are kind of succumbing to the demands of the Bugaisha, who are forcing them to give sacrifice, give people over to be essentially slain to join the undead army. And so this recent influx, represents the people there who have grown tired of that and, just done what was right for them to get out of there. Word of this fortress, this encampment, is spreading, being blessed by Lunar, and, it finding, providing haven from the giants and the other evil forces in the area. A lot of the locals eat in a large courtyard within the fort, and among them are Gothak, who accompanied you on your hunt, Mikael, who aided in the ceremony, the ritual that got rid of Edward's curse. Yes, they are there. And Gothak actually approaches the group of you and mentions, I've had something laid on my plate, and by order of the Horde, we're to gather Rave's Horde and take it to Saginto's Peak. I'll be leaving next 10 day under the light of the moon. If you wish to join me, I'd gladly have you and pay you for your trouble. Again, I'm taking some time to gather a company. The Silver Wings will accompany me as well, but keep it in mind.
We will keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mikael, in conversation with you at breakfast, reveals he has been charged with expanding west into what were Rave's hunting grounds. He's sending hunters to survey the area, and this will involve eliminating the tribe of Kobold. And the hunting party has also been charged with confirming the presence of a hag coven that is rumored to reside within the hills. These hills being called Hagskold Hills. And as you do dine, preparing for the day, Desperado, a dwarven woman wearing fine robes and decadent jewels, approaches you, and it kind of, forcibly pushes you on your sternum. You look so familiar. What is your name?
I'm Desperado. I'm of the Redwood.
Of course, you are Silverado's family.
Aye, yeah, he is my brother. Yep.
Ah, your brother, and I know Silverado well. We are old friends. Forgive me. My name is Dethada. Silverado and I traveled together on several occasions. And I have actually been seeking an audience with him, although he is in a precarious position now, as I understand it.
We encountered him once in the Feywild, and yeah, he did not seem to be himself, and he did not know. I don't know. He was like another, like his body was him, but his mind was someone else. And but I've heard of you. I have a diary of his, and I've heard he wrote quite fondly of you.
Oh,
I
that is
believe
nice to hear.
we heard you maybe in Riverside. Is that right? I think that's what we heard.
Yes, well, I had set out from Riverside to actually deliver a powerful relic to Zymore's amphitheater, and unfortunately, my company, it was defeated. The pipe organ that we transported was taken, and now that is the music that you hear on the winds of the coast. The song that brings the terror played on that very organ, and I would much like to speak with Silverado. I think that he could help me and take this place, the place and the organ, back from the evil there.
Interesting. And who do you know who it was that took it, or what overthrew this group that you talk about?
The Bugaisha, their Shadar-kai warriors there, reside within Zymore's amphitheater, and they play the Song of Shadow, Song of Darkness. I don't remember which it's called, but it is the one that brings the darkness, that brings the terror. And I would instead play a much merrier tune, one more uplifting, so that it may resonate throughout the region.
And you look for help in this.
Oh yes, I'm sure that Silverado would help me. It's not that he owes me so much as that I consider him my dear friend.
It may pain you to know I don't know that the Silverado that you are remembering is the one that exists currently. Something has come over his mind that is I don't know.
I see. Well, I do know that he was last seen at the theater. I think it's called The Face of Sorrow, and it's to the south. Perhaps when you have some time, you could look into this for me. I would gladly pay you for any help in bringing Silverado back to me. I overheard that you do have a friend that you plan on meeting in the north, but perhaps after that.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I think I would discuss with my friends, but I mean, is my kin. I would like to see him well, and if it can help you, and on the same token, right the balance in this part of the world. We have come across Bugai Shah in our travels, and putting a dent in their army would be a boon to our side of the fight, so to speak.
Yes, and he with the with Eric Ulstarter and Vincent have provided so much hope and power to the region already. If we could restore Silverado to his former glory, then that would indeed benefit all of us, I'm sure.
And anything we can do to reset the balance in the city, and drive the Bugai Shah out, and take remove the shadow, and let the light of the dragon kind of retake the land. We all win in that regard. That I don't think it should be a hard sell for my friends. It's just a matter of where our priorities lie at the moment. But I know that is probably on our to-do list, so to speak.
That is wonderful. Then
And I'm not sure if
there
the
is
guys are
hope
the
that I
others are
could.
with us at the moment. I think so.
She kind of singled you out, but yeah, so that's fair to say. They're nearby, but having a private conversation with you. Yeah. She seems somewhat relieved. Obviously, this was heavy on her mind, and you've definitely given her some hope in the matter.
And I would just leave it that whatever glory that my brother and his friends brought to the realm, I think my friends and I would look to carry on in their name and continue that fight that they took up and fell for.
Oh, you are one for glory. Silverado never was.
Oh, forgive me. I don't mean so much as for the glory as for the right of the people.
No, that is all right. To have ambition is not a fault.
There's much oppression in this land right now that I would like to correct. I forgive I may have misspoke, but is more the people that we fight for, and it is their land that we wish to return it to, not for ourselves.
And I would ask of you the favor that I would ask of Silverado, except that the company that I traveled with last was quite powerful, and they were defeated in this endeavor, but I know that Silverado would not be, so it would truly be good if we could get him back on our side.
And in doing so would also would vanquish the darkness that plagues and this dark presence that falls down from the mountains.
The shadow of the mountain is cast by Lady Jude, but the rolling darkness, the fog that comes over the land from the northeast shore, that would be abated, yes. And we could fill the lands with another song that gives the people hope.
And the rolling shadow. And it was Deathida. Are you stationed here right now? Is this where you would call your temporary residence, or are you on the road as well?
I am waiting here, and I must complete this mission before I decide to journey back to Dunlop. It was tasked to me, and I have failed Dunlop, my friend, in letting the organ be delivered to evil.
And where may I find you here?
I have a small shop here. Right over there is my stall. I'm making some good money here, so I will wait for you. I plan to be here until I can retrieve or regain the organ.
Well, it is very good to meet you, Deathida. A friend of my brother, by all means, is a friend of mine, and I look forward to seeing you again. And I hope that we can help right the wrong that you would like corrected.
Very well, and she excuses herself.
I'm not going to repeat everything, but I'll tell these guys just about that.
Sure.
That interaction, and something that we may want to add on to our list, or weave in.
Nah. Pass.
Yeah, we kind of came here for what we decided to do, so
sort of booked.
Go home now.
I'm done. I've finished my quest.
Yeah.
I'm going home. I've retired.
It's nice to help you out, Edward. Good luck on your journey.
Yeah. Okay, bye. All right, bye guys.
Wow, he just flew off he just flew off towards the ocean.
I will say, I like your jokes. You're funny.
Yeah. No, of course, Edward would. You literally just risked life and limb diving into his psyche to help him out. So he's obviously going to get your back on whatever you need.
Well,
as great as retirement does sound, I think we're in this until the mountain is back and the light is again restored, and we can see the gold dragon in the sky.
I mean,
yeah.
Desperado, realistically, retire to what? To where? I don't have. This is all I've got. Is this? So
When this is
helping
all
your
over-
helping your brother find himself sounds like a wonderful and honorable task, and I will assist you in this, and we'll figure out the retirement later.
I assure you, Edward, when this is all over, you and we will retreat to the Redwood, to the Dunsmuir Lake, and have a good wine, and put our feet up, and watch the sunset, and it will be good.
Durian is going to put a hand on Edward's shoulder and say, "Don't worry, Edward. When I die in battle, you may take care of my son Richard for me."
Speaking of Richard, Lady Leadspine and Richard approach.
It's going to be you, man.
He's not serious, is he? I don't want to.
Look, I'm fully going to die. It's going to be you.
Richard looks concerned as he hears Durian say this, and then he goes to show Peter the magic trick that he's been working on.
Oh, wow. Has he made any progress?
He might be able to fool another child at this point. Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
How is he doing that? Whoa, that was crazy.
Durian's like, wait, do it again.
Lady Leadspine says, "You're still here? It is good to see you, but I thought for sure you would have gone after Commander Hockins."
We took a nap. Took a little sleepy sleep.
Yeah.
Right, well, he set out without you, and he took with him some soldiers of the Silver Wings. And he left a message with me to deliver to you. And so I guess that it is good because you have not left without the location. But here, let me see your map. I will show you where he is gone.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, he kept saying...
We do plan to catch up with him.
And so you guys should be able to see the region map now. And,
Yeah, I gotcha.
Nice. I'm hoping to update... Oh, my cat. Come here, Abby.
He's screaming.
Did he just give up? Oh.
She looks chunkier than she really is.
Dude, your cat is bigger than my dog.
Yep, mine too.
Okay, Abby, you can go.
Ben just chucks this cat through the door.
She was asleep in here. I didn't know.
Aw.
So,
Did you step on her, Ben?
no, she just starts bellowing. So you can see there marked on your map and I do plan to kind of update this thing. But she marks on your map a road leading north off
I see it.
Yes.
It's next to the Fury part.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so Het Levin's Embrace is the road that kind of circles the south of the mountains, the northernmost road here. And,
Right.
She explains that you need to travel west until the road veers southwest away from the tree line, then cross the expanse of rubble there until you reach the trees. You'll find a well-trodden path at the tree line. It begins between a large rock that is split down the middle. Twin Rock Road. It goes north to Sugarbowl. And then there will be crude hand-posted signs that demarcate several landmarks. Follow the signs to Sugarbowl and to Yaztrin's Weavery.
That sounds
you-
perfect.
You just said a lot of locations at me, and I'm
Don't worry.
trying to keep up.
Edward has a little scrap. He's taking notes as he's like, it's fine, Durian. I've got it.
Oh, a convenient little thing I can just copy and paste.
Twin Rock Road to Yaztrin's Weavery. We're on it. And if I'm not mistaken, the Giants are also to the west.
The Giants have taken over West Coast Tavern, which is marked 13 on your map. That's directly north of you. And on your way here, along Hetlevin's Embrace, the northern road, you did run into some giants that you successfully hid from to avoid.
Right.
So it seems that they do have control over that area.
Well, thank you for this directions.
With any luck, we could stick to the tree lines and maybe skirt around. West Coast Tavern again. We don't have to worry about a dragon coming over us at this time. I'm sure there'll be something else out there, but
Yes, there's plenty.
that they were talking about, But
Well, there's plenty out there that wants us dead.
we can pay them the same favor, I think, my friend.
So our general plan right now is to meet up with Kevin, help him with what he's got going on, and then go find your brother.
Are you ready?
Yes.
And then and then after we find him, then we go make the
amphitheater?
song not so sad.
Yeah. That sounds like a good plan. Does that work for you guys?
Yes, and I do believe that we should probably make haste because we are now a full day behind. Kevin,
With any luck, we might
soldiers.
be able to move a bit faster than they were.
Well, yes, for sure, but the less space we need to make up, the better.
Yeah, he did leave with a bunch of soldiers, and I'm sure they are marching. We're like 4 people.
Yeah.
Lady Leadspine, what's your goal? What's your plan now? After you've realized that we're still alive.
I was going to go to Riverside, but I can't bring myself to leave little Richard behind.
Yeah. We're kind of going... I think we're going to an active war zone. And then we're going to go help a Fey-cursed man. And then after that, go trot into a place with a bunch of giants and evil elven guys. Man, I should pay you. I'm sorry for making you a babysitter.
No,
taking care of Richard all the time.
That's all right.
Did we give Richard a weapon? I believe last time, right?
Oh yeah, we've armed him 100%.
Yeah.
He's
We're
gonna
responsible parents.
Yeah, we armed him like the first day we met him, or like an hour in. We handed him a crossbow and a
Yes, he's
a
been
hand
practicing,
axe.
but he likes the magic better.
Don't know if he's going to be around us, that he will probably end up needing it eventually.
Yes.
Right. Well, I suppose we should get any sort of supplies we need and get ourselves ready, and we need to get moving. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm good now, as is. I don't know if anything else I could possibly get.
You need a potions.
I mean, I maybe would buy one if I can find it, but
Well, I have some gold that I could I'm still sitting on some even after before I haven't really bought much of anything up to this point. So
I mean, you did shell out $1,000 just to get us out of the abyss of the sky.
yes, but Durian, I do believe that me investing in a large fellow such as yourself staying upright is actually an investment in my own health as well.
Wait.
Yeah, you know, that could be true. That could be true.
How much do the potions of fly cost, Ben? If they have them?
What level of rarity is that?
It is.
Oh, they're super common. They're all over the place. They're lousy with them.
very rare.
They don't even bother with horses anymore. They just fly.
Yeah, just fly everywhere.
They've been mass produced actually.
Yeah.
They have too many. Like, you have to pay people to come and pick them up.
Yeah, the disposal fees are
Disposal fees
more
are what get you.
expensive than the actual potions themselves. I was looking for a potion of invulnerability to replace the one I used on Edward.
Very
For
rare
it.
potions I have costing 10,000 gold.
Oh, I don't have that.
Where did I get mine?
I'm sorry.
Did you have a potion of flying? Did you buy it?
Me? I used it for the dragon fight. I don't know where I got it from.
Yeah, I think you got it here.
That's why I was asking, because I remember
maybe
using
we
like
downed it.
a flight one and a haste one.
I think I bought the speed potion. And
That's a little out of my price range.
I don't know, man. I genuinely don't remember. We found some stuff, we bought some stuff, and I don't
No, I had the flying potion for a long while. I didn't buy it because I had it during the Indiana Jones skeleton ball fight, and I considered
I'm
using
just going off of these costs that are post here, easy to find. So
yeah, no, it's fine, man.
What about haste?
A speed potion.
What about haste? Yeah.
what's the rarity? I'm sorry.
I've bought a speed potion here. I know I've
Potion
done
of
that.
speed is very rare.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I bought those here, so.
Is it not called? It's called a potion of speed, not a potion of haste, huh?
Yes, it's a potion of speed. Gives you haste.
Well, man, make it 1,000 gold.
Okay.
So I know you didn't pay 10.
I still don't have
10,000.
I don't have that either. I got like 400 gold.
What about rare? What about rare potion, Ben?
I mean, that's the cost for rare potions, so I must have looked up something incorrectly last time.
I do feel like at one point I do remember you saying something about like a potion or something where you're like, I think that's what it is, and I don't want to look it up. So,
seems like so much, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, this
Guys,
other
the
thing is
potion-
saying a potion of
so-
flying is 50,000 gold.
Guys,
Wow.
the
we
potion
ain't gotta do
economy
it.
in this town is crazy. The prices fluctuate every day. I think these things get expensive
Supply and
as
demand.
it's on. I don't know what's happening here. These merchants are weird.
Yeah.
There's
never
potion day
mind.
traders.
Never mind. I think I'm broke.
Yeah, sorry, I'll
All right,
solidify these costs at some point, I'm sure.
We also had a
it's all
discount when we were going to go fight the dragon because we were fighting
Yeah,
a
you did
dragon
have half
for the
off.
people.
Yeah. Right?
It's like
probably
20%.
that, yeah.
That was like
25%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Does anyone have any healing potions on? At least I have.
I have 4.
I have two. I have 2 greater healings. You have 4. Okay. So, all right. So I think we're okay.
I have
then.
4
I think-
regular ones. Yeah.
Oh, I got 7 normal ones and 3 graders.
You
Holy
guys
crap.
get all of these healing potions from.
I bought a
Just buy them
bunch
and
of
don't
them
use
when we
them.
were fighting that dragon.
Oh my god.
I was ready.
I have 0.
Maybe that's why everything's so expensive. They realized how much money we've had, and they changed the
How much
prices
is the
to
regular
reflect
healing
that.
potion, Ben?
We ruined the economy.
I think we did. We put too
50
much gold in
pieces.
here.
50?
50, yes. I mean, not to gripe, but why wouldn't they provide like a common market value for the speeds on all the, or for the potions on all the entries? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
Come on.
And so
Yeah,
you can have the fun of figuring it out
And
yourself.
then the greater healing potions, how much were they?
250, right? I believe.
I don't remember. I bought 3 of them though, so
I think so. I think it was
Yeah,
250.
I mean, they give me a range here, but I think we were going with 250.
I feel like yeah. I feel like 10,000 is more of like for a permanent item of that rarity. That seems like
Are you
a
out
lot
of,
for consumable.
Are you out of gold coins, Peter, or do you need me to get you some potions?
I got like 1,000, you know. So I was looking at what I could afford, but
and
I don't
on
okay.
a whole bunch of silver that
think- yeah.
I gave them because I didn't want.
I don't think I can afford anything too crazy, so I might just hold on to it and see what happens.
Okay. So you guys have obtained what you need for this adventure?
How much is a rare potion? Just real quick.
During 50.
That's a superior healing?
No, just a rare potion. I want a potion of invulnerability because I used one on Edward.
1,000.
Oh. Oh. Goodness me. Dios míos, no.
You feel pretty vulnerable all of a sudden, huh?
I have
I have-
3-4 entries here that are confirming that price.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
sounds
Yeah.
good.
so.
I have 400 gold that I'd be willing to contribute to it for you since you wasted it on me.
I'm just yelling at this potion merchant. It's like it was 250 last.
I was in
couple
here
days
last
ago.
week. I swear to God.
Why is it jacked up 500%? That's okay. I won't need it. It's just a shenanigan potion. It's just
All right.
invulnerable, like resistance to all damage. It's just some fun
Oh
barbarian
yeah,
stuff I could do.
absolutely. No, I get it. I feel bad that I wasted it.
Okay, so you guys have what you need,
Yeah,
I think so.
I think we're done shopping.
Okay. And you said that the plan was to actually go through the woods to the west. Is that right?
Could we maybe follow along the tree lines there, stay off the road, and
It's kind of the way we came in, really.
try to try and avoid the giants at West Coast. Is it West Coast Tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do my bat thing and sort of do a little scout and see if it's clear. Okay, I will do that before we head out. I'll go out and I'll use my once a day polymorph into a bat with my cloak of the bat.
Okay.
And just sort of staying in the I'd say probably staying in the canopy in the tree line, just sort of flying from tree to tree down the path towards this thing to see if there's any giants or anything else that we need to be concerned about on the way out there.
And so each hex is a quarter mile.
Okay.
So it's less than a half mile, about a half mile to the tree line.
Okay, yeah, so I can do that real quick then.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just sort of, like I said, flutter about tree to tree and see what I see.
Sure. The forest is quiet below you. To the north, you see Hetleven's Embrace, the northern road. And now and then, although it is foggy and overcast, you see the large, imposing silhouettes of giants moving along that road. They seem to, move, as far east as you can see, and then they begin to travel north. So I'll kind of circle the area that you can survey here, and see easily enough because of the dense fog from the Highland Sea and it being overcast and whatnot. But yeah, so absolutely the forest below you is quiet, but the road seems to be, have traffic of giants upon it.
Okay. And it's not just like two or three. It's a bunch of giants sort of all along.
Yeah, I mean,
like
your
patrols.
flight takes at least, minutes, as you travel through the trees. And you see more than one group of these giants, small groups, 2, 3, but you see maybe, 3 to 4 of these groups moving to and from the area around the tavern. And you see the decimation that has been wrought upon the tavern. It's been leveled to the ground, essentially, just some of the foundation left. But they do seem to have, taken up camp there to some degree.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'll go back and sort of let everyone know what I see there. I think Desperado had the right idea. I think we need to probably stay off the main road. Try to avoid this. At some point, we are going to have to cross to get to the path. But at that point, we we do what we have to do. I think we could take one patrol group of these giants. I don't want to fight 3 or 4 of them back to back to back.
Smart, yeah. And what were they, frost giants or ill giants, or do we know?
Oh, I do know because I saw them, and I will tell you that right now. They were
hard to tell from that distance because of the fog, but based on their silhouettes, they look similar to the other giants that you spotted on the path. Perhaps hill giants, but it's hard to say.
Yeah. Well, hill giants usually are a little bit smaller than the other giants, right? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Usually, like the smaller of them. So based on that, I could probably determine, that. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Looks to be hill giants. So it's not the worst possible scenario, but it's still not great.
Yeah, I like the idea of staking along the tree lines and avoiding what we can.
Yes. Only cross when we need to and try to avoid anything we can
Yeah.
at that point.
I mean, it's also the matter of raising an alarm that we're on the road and then triggering more to come and
More better
do what they-
prepared.
do giant
all that.
things. Right.
So
It's a little
Well,
bit over 3 miles to get to where we need to go. That's through the tree line and then up from there when we get close enough. Not too far.
No, it doesn't seem too bad.
So you leave the fortress and you head west to the tree line.
Mm.
And, different from before where you would enter the tree line and then you'd immediately be beset by icy winds, flurries of snow. Now it is calm in the absence of Rave, you all having defeated her. And your journey, although not pleasant through the high snow, there being nothing to speak of as far as trails here, it's not unpleasant. You find some solitude and calm within the forest here. After walking for some time, you hear the loud creak of wood moving behind you.
Can I slip off the path that we're on? Well, I know we're not on a path per se, but sort of slip away and try to sort of hide and flank around.
Yes. Make a stealth check for me, please.
Okay. Got that sweet new dexterity. Got to break that out. Oh, did not mean to do that with advantage, but I didn't need it anyway because that's a 25 with a nat 20.
Yeah, you quietly move off of the current course that you are all traveling, stepping even on fallen boughs and branches so that you don't make any tracks. And as you do so, you see these massive trees. As the party moves forward, focusing on the road ahead. The trees themselves lift out of the ground and move, walking across the snowy banks, keeping pace and what looks like slow movement for them with their long strides, their roots, torn from the ground, using them as limbs to walk upon.
Maybe I can't tell this, especially since it's just trees, but I'll ask anyway. Do they seem like they are stalking us, aggressively, or just watching us to make sure we're not doing nothing?
They seem to be moving ever closer to the party as it travels. Definitely trying to get close.
Okay. I will I'll regroup with the party and just as we're walking forward without looking over my shoulder or anything, I'll just say, this is going to sound very strange, but the trees are following us, and I believe they do not want us here. And I will turn around and say, isn't that correct?
And as you turn around, suddenly the trees behind you are still, but as you call out, one of them steps forward and the bark and knots upon it appears somewhat similar to a face. And it does speak to you. That is right. We will see you out of here.
That is fine. We did not mean any disrespect. We did not mean to trespass. We are simply passing through. If you wish to escort us out, that is fine, because it just so happens we're heading that way already.
Edward, will you make a persuasion check with advantage, please?
Why do I keep talking to people? Persuasion, you said?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh, that's not bad for me. That's a 12. I mean, we're already doing the same thing.
Very good. No fire, no blades, and we will see you through.
No switches and no slaps, and we will leave.
And give word to those in the fort. You are not welcome here. We are taking the wood back for ourselves.
We will pass your message along.
Do you guys know any elves?
We do not concern ourselves with the affairs of elves.
Okay.
With the dragon Rave.
Rave kept the people away. Now we will do that.
Well, I can assure you, we are not your enemies. We are friends. We mean no harm to you or your forest. We only endeavor to return the light of the golden dragon to these lands.
The light is good, but people are not.
You understand, but at the moment, the people are pushed out by the giants and the Bugai Shah. They where they sit, it might be is a place of not of choice, but of just the opportunity that they have been provided at this moment. But should the tides turn, I would guess that they would look to return to their home where the giants currently are sitting.
We care not. They remove our woods, our forests, and replace them with dead wood.
And I can assure you that they have done that without the realization of their impact. And that is why we will discuss it with them, and then we can all move forward in a way that works for everyone, you included. Now, I believe we were on our way out.
And they continue to tread behind you as you continue through the forest. They keep close. They allow you to pass, and you find yourselves near the ruins where you had planned to exit the forest and head north.
Well, thank you, I guess.
If you return, we shall not be so accommodating.
All right.
Okay.
I can assure you, we will return, but it will be in the same manner in which we left, which is peaceful.
This one is stubborn. They turn and walk back into the forest behind them. As you continue north, you travel through the rubble of the city. The city, of course, sits in ruin, and although more than 5 years have passed since Anam's fury, the city has yet to be rebuilt because of the chaos that now inhabits it. From time to time, you hear creatures, maybe rats, maybe goblins, scurrying about in the debris. You'll see a plume of dust, a small avalanche of rubble, but the creatures are keeping enough distance that you are not able to catch sight of them. Until you hear something distinct, a commotion, like muted yells, and they seem to be coming from a nearby pile of rubble. These bricks and wood panels piled high and wide.
Is it in the direction that we are moving towards, Ben? Is it?
Yes, it is just off the path as you go. And as you hear these muted yells, you in return to that, hear a chorus of malicious cackling.
Oh shoot! They say that they were investigating a coven nearby.
Thought that was.
I know anything about like witch covens?
It's a group of hags.
Hag
But
coven.
they come in threes.
I'm gonna let my friends know that.
Oh, goody! I love hags.
I
And
can
the
tell you
muted
from
yells
experience.
continue as though somebody being tormented, someone who is perhaps gagged or in some way muted.
I thought they were the crazy hounds with the people's heads. Lady Jude's, the dogs.
Could be a trick or a trap.
Well,
Yes. But I don't think any of us are willing to ignore it for the risk of that. Well, maybe Peter probably is, but
Right.
and we don't hold that against you, Peter. We understand.
yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Do
We
they
love
have
that
money?
about you.
Unfortunately, you are right, my friend Edward.
All right, let's go see what this is.
Have
Got
your
put
wits about you.
cursed or something.
I'll hold up my shield. It will may alert us to anything that is not as foreseen, and my friend's eyes have changed in his ability to see things that might not be seen.
And I'm gonna hold up my axe and say, I'm just gonna do what I do best.
I want to separate a little bit from my group then,
Okay.
and use one of my new abilities. I picked up Eldritch Adapt
Okay.
with my feet, and I also picked up the second level spell Darkness. So I want to approach from a different angle so that they're not affected by that area of effect, and get closer as well.
I mean,
Okay.
Preferably stealthing,
Will you make a stealth check, please, Peter?
sir.
You try to approach from the side to gain a vantage point, just taking a wide berth around the rubble where you
I
hear
think-
this noise coming from.
I think in magical darkness it's considered heavily obscured. I don't know if that would give me advantage.
Okay, sure.
do we know that Edward has blind sight? Or do we know that what
don't-
specifically changed about him?
I
Do
don't
you
know
even
that
know?
Edward knows that he has blind sight.
Right?
yet.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or the legendary resistance, like, because those are two very kind of passive things that, like,
Yeah,
I feel like he's not going to realize until it happens that there's something different.
that seems
Of
right.
course, he did sleep in the snow last night, so there's definitely something going on.
Something's a little weird.
That'll be 22.
Okay, Peter tries to, take a wide berth and gain a beneficial angle on the situation. What do the three of you do?
Edward is going to shift and activate his Rite of the Frozen,
Okay.
and will also move a little bit closer, and just sort of watching Peter to like see if he gets any signal from him, or if Peter sees anything or anything like that.
Okay. Desperado?
Yeah, and we didn't really. So I'd be still mounted on my my elk friend, and
Okay.
it's got my shield up, and I'd probably just be flanking Edward, maybe give it 10 feet from Edward. I wouldn't want him to go in alone. I think it's a trap, but in case it isn't.
Okay. And
Does
Durian?
that answer your question? Sorry.
I'd be right behind Edward, in between him and Desperado.
Cool. We're kind of like in triangle formation.
Yeah,
Blind
we're
beat.
advancing.
Okay, Peter, you're the first to see in the ruins here, you see a person tied up, bound, gagged, and around him are 6 tiny creatures, smaller even than you are. They appear kind of like a color like deep water, and they are outfitted and wearing weapons. Small fey creatures, no doubt, and they cackle maniacally as they prod and poke at this person who they have bound and gagged. And you recognize the person, Commander Hockins. Tied up, they're captive. His valuables seem to have been taken, and he wears only basic clothes.
From my time when I was kidnapped in the Feywild, would I recognize these creatures? Have
Yes.
come across them?
They have been called quicklings.
Okay.
They're mischievous and typically ally themselves with other evil, malicious beings.
I'm going to make a mental connection with Edward, and explain what they are.
Okay.
So that because you're the one that's closest to me, right?
Yeah. And since the other two are like right behind my shoulders, as he's telling me, I'll kind of just quietly whisper back to them so we're all on the same page.
Okay. Edward, will you make a stealth check for me, please, to try to do so quietly?
Yes, there it is.
Oh yeah.
There you go, 21.
Okay. Whisper, whisper. Very well.
About how far am I from these creatures, Ben?
So you said that you're shrouded in magical darkness?
I am. I believe it goes out towards 20 feet outside of me.
Okay. Can you put that ability in the chat, please?
Yes.
So as you do remain hidden and kind of observe this,
Sorry, it's a 15-foot radius sphere.
by the time you see them, moments later, they notice this dark cloud, this shroud of darkness hanging about you. They grow wary, and all of them draw their daggers, and they begin to spread out. Some of them disappearing from sight in the rubble, 2 of them remaining by Kevin. So 4 have gone missing, and 2 remain there. And if you guys would please roll initiative.
Oh boy, here we go.
I have to figure out what this. What my things do again?
21 for me.
I think
22.
19.
Ooh, not good at all. Everyone did so well, except me.
Slow-mo durian back here.
I guess I'll figure out what I'm doing after you guys killed all of them.
Okay, and so Desperado, you're first, and Edward has told you what lies around this kind of large mass of debris.
Trust these fake creatures. Would I be able to reach them mounted? Are they flying or are they on the ground?
They are on the ground. You're not able to see them yet. You'll just kind of need to move around this large pile of rubbish and debris. Wood,
okay.
rocks, bricks.
Okay, I will do that. I will move around to get a better vantage point at what's going on. So at this point, I haven't actually. And my mount has about 50 feet of movement, so I'll move around and then proceed based on what I can see. Is that all right?
Sure. And you find this to be difficult terrain, as it is off of the path that you guys were following. Perhaps there's a footpath, game path that you were following through the rubble. And you come around the corner and you see before you 2 of these creatures, daggers drawn, no larger than 2 feet, kind of a misty, light blue hair streaked back and dark blue skin, pointed ears like an elf would have.
Trixie. These look a lot like these boggles I ran into once as a. I'm gonna pull my bow up and I'm gonna loose a couple of arrows at one of them, reaching out to my lady for divine favor as I try and make short work of these with some arrows.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just turn on Divine Favor. Where did you go? All right, here, I'll put it in the chat. Just bring it up. Where'd you go? There it is. Oh, nice. And I will loose arrows at one of the ones that are close to the bound Kevin, Mr. Hockins.
Okay.
Here we go. First arrow. Oh, sorry. I mean, I attacked with advantage. So I'll turn that off. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
It's okay. So it's going to be 17 damage, 13 piercing, and 4 radiant damage.
And the creature, as it's laughing, gasps, cries out, falls slain.
Oh, nice. Quickly pulling the other arrow out of my teeth and loosing it at the one. You said there was 2 right around Kevin, right?
Yes.
I'll try and loose it at the other one.
Yep. Okay.
That's 24 to hit on the second one.
24 hits.
Or that's 12. 1 radiant and 11 piercing damage.
And the creature falls, defeated.
Okay.
Edward, what is your passive perception?
15.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Desperado, is that all from you?
Yeah, I think I'm. They seem to, like the arrow, like when arrows hit them, it looks like they were real, like their like bodies are there. They seem to be real creatures. Doesn't seem
right.
anything. They seem to have gone down quite simply.
Right.
Yeah, I think this one I just stay there, but I'm just gonna look around. This seems like something else is up.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm noticing something that I should have noticed. Will you make me a second attack for each of these?
Oh, sure.
My apologies.
You're good. That's 20 on the first attack.
Yep.
And 26 on the second attack.
Okay, so the story remains the same.
Okay. Sus.
And you hear just the faint movement of rubble, as you have in your journey within the ruins. But you don't catch sight, and you can't quite place where any of these creatures have gone to. Edward, it is your turn.
All right. Edward will move forward. Actually, Edward will move forward into the darkness that Peter has cast.
Okay.
But I can't. We can't find any of these other ones though right now, right? All the rest of them disappeared except for that one. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So right now, Edward thinks that this area that Peter is in is just a really shadowy, kind of hard to see area because he can still see Peter just fine. So it's not magical darkness, clearly. So he's just I've just moved in there to like kind of give myself a little bit more coverage, a little bit more cover. I mean, while I'm trying to find them, and I mean, I guess can I smell them though?
To try, you will need a perception check.
Okay. I mean, I can't do anything else, so I might as well do that. I'm gonna sniff around for one of them. Perception. There it is. It's 18.
Sure enough, you smell them. Their odors growing faint as though they're leaving the area. You place one, must be on the other side of this, what is just a smashed out window, its frame upon the ground.
Okay. Then I would just aloud, just be like, the rest of them are gone. Get Kevin.
Okay.
And whatever movement I have left, I'll start moving in that direction towards him.
Okay. We will break initiative here. There doesn't appear to be any other sign of these creatures. You hear them kind of scurry off in, random directions. They're very quick, as their name would imply. As you hear them leave, they are moving much faster than any of you would be able to move, even mounted or otherwise.
I'll just move my my mount over. Can I see? Maybe I can't see Edward. Can you? You're in the darkness.
Yeah, I mean, well, I started heading towards Kevin once I realized that they were gone. So
Sure.
I would step out of it eventually.
I might just move over to Edward and just sort of whisper. They said Kevin left with a large company of soldiers. Something does not seem right here. We should tread lightly on this. I think
Being who/what I am, would I be able to recognize Kevin's scent?
His what now?
Like the way like a dog can recognize your scent. Could I identify if this is really Kevin that way?
Yeah, you smell like a bug or you smell like a guy.
Yeah,
you can
basically
go up and sniff Kevin if you want.
It's not that I want to. It just feels like it might be necessary.
It sounds like you want to a little bit. Sure.
Don't think shame.
So you want to see if you recognize the scent of Kevin. Okay. Make me a perception check, please. You journeyed with him a fair amount.
Yeah.
Well,
So, well, if I have advantage, I guess I have advantage for smell-based ones. So yeah, this is 26.
Edward, do you
Yeah,
smell
I don't think it's noticeable enough for you to.
Okay.
Perhaps in that regard.
Edward, do you smell his urinary tract infection that he has?
I do. It's him.
Oh, it's him. Okay, we're cool.
Kevin's eyes are wide, and as he looks to the group of you, he holds his arms out, bound by rope.
How often do you get kidnapped?
Edward will reach forward with his claw and just cut the bindings.
while they're doing that, Ben, can I do a sleight of hand check to see if he has any weapons on him?
You can make a sleight of hand to try to not be noticed, checking him for weapons. Sure. Yeah, kind of act like you're helping him up or something like that.
Yeah. Pat him down, dust him off.
Maybe steal some of his gold.
Just a little bit.
It's a tax, at this point. We're doing a public service.
It's a tip.
Rescuing Kevin.
Yeah. Okay, that's going to be sleight of hand?
Yes.
17.
He seems to be unarmed. Just wearing, knickers, I suppose. Undergarments. What you would wear beneath armor.
Okay.
So, buddy.
Oh. And he pulls the gag out of his mouth. Thank the three and the many. I'm blessed that you all came.
They said you left with a large group. What happened to your men?
They were driven off. We were attacked by so many of these creatures. They got two of them, carried them away. I don't know if they killed them. They're unconscious. His face becomes solemn. I don't know.
And the others, they fled?
Yes, a number of them fled. There were 4 that came with me. I saw 2 carried away, the other 2 running, and a number of these devil elves, what they might be, chased them, and I know not what happened.
What happened to your armor and your gear?
It was stolen. After they trapped me, they took it from me, and some of them left with it. There were so many of them, many more than the 6 or so that were here.
Sword.
Say again?
Your sword.
They took it.
We don't have like an infinite supply of stuff to arm you with. Is this it's the second time?
I think we're gonna have to charge at this point.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna need a security deposit next time.
I mean, you could see here, I killed 2 of them. And 2 there lay in the rubble, defeated, in addition to the 2 that Desperado slayed.
All right. Well, what would you like to do now, Kevin? Because clearly you cannot continue on your mission unarmed and by yourself. Would you like us to help you try to reclaim your equipment? Perhaps try to save your men? Or do you just wish to return and regroup?
I have no idea where to begin looking. They came from nowhere. And I know these are creatures from the Feywild. I'm surprised that they would be here to begin with. I do not want to give up on the soldiers.
Of course.
Those who came with me, or those who I set out to save.
Well, you can't go rescue both of them right now.
No. And I fear that if they were unable to escape, it may be too late for them either way. These ones were just having a bit of fun with me for whatever reason. I know they would have killed me.
I mean, perhaps the others are still having their fun too.
Perhaps.
You know which direction they went or where they came?
They went that way, and I point in the direction where I smelled them running off. I could try to track them down. I call it the scent, just as they were headed out. So I mean, we could try to track them, but I don't know how successful we'll be.
Did he say that two of his men ran off or retreated or got away somehow?
Yes, he said 2 were carried off, knocked unconscious, and 2 of them ran away.
Perhaps it would be easier to track them down.
Yeah, perhaps we can find their tracks.
Okay, can I take a look around, see if I can find the some sort of like a trail or something from the guys that ran off?
Will you make a survival check, please?
I will.
Can I help you with that?
You can.
Yeah. And I'll bless you too in that, Edward.
All right.
Or guidance, yeah.
Yep. I knew what you meant.
Cool.
Are we doing survival? Ooh, I'm actually not terrible at
Yes.
that survival. Hey, look at that. That's a 19.
You see, many smaller footprints with a surprisingly long stride. They're indeed quick. And then you see you have trouble finding any other footprints within the rubble.
As we're just kind of off, Kevin, Edward, from the group, I have bad feeling about this Kevin. This Kevin doesn't look like the Kevin that we know.
Yeah, something is off. I don't know if it's a completely different Kevin or if his psyche has been affected in some way, but
Okay.
but I'm not seeing any tracks out here of anything but the quicklings.
I'm gonna burn some sorcery points, Ben.
You're just burning them?
I'm so generous.
What,
Because he can.
What do you want to do, Peter?
I'm gonna use psionic sorcery to cast second level spell detect thoughts.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna burn 2 sorcery points to cast that.
Does this require a check or a save, anything like that?
So I can automatically read his surface thoughts. For example, I'm waiting for them to turn around so I can stab them in the back. Or I can search for specific information, which requires a saving throw, a wisdom save. So right now, I'm just reading the surface thoughts.
Surface thoughts. I don't think they'll find any footprints. That is suspicious.
Meanwhile, outside, I haven't found any footprints. That's suspicious.
And now I'm gonna go and dive deeper and trying to look specifically for the memory of him being captured.
You see, almost as though, from his perspective, these quicklings dancing around him maniacally, tying him up, jabbing him in the gut, slapping him in the face, and binding and gagging him, and then shove him to the ground.
It seems like his memories do align with his story.
It seems like it.
Okay, I'll let my allies know through our mental connection.
Okay.
I'll come back over and just be like, I was not able to find the footprints of any of the soldiers. Weirdly, I was not able to find any footprints of any soldiers moving in, moving out.
Yeah.
The quickling prints everywhere, but it's very strange.
I mean, being 5 of them, you would think there would be some evidence, right?
Oh, that is terrible. I was hoping we would find them.
Kevin, I can't believe we gotta do this again, but what does your sword do? Your cool sword?
My family heirloom.
Yeah, what does it do?
It provides a magical light.
Can you say the word you need to say?
Kevin repeats the magical word.
Okay, all right. Just checking. That's all. Well, I can't believe you got robbed and lost all your stuff, and I'm sorry about that. I could give you, I don't know, you think you want to use an axe? I got a hammer.
I'm gonna give him a light crossbow.
Desperado, do you know any sort of magic that could help clear a muddled mind, as it were?
No, not really. Nothing.
I'm feeling okay now. Really, I appreciate you guys.
Yes, no, it's fine, Kevin. It's just I do these creatures were Fae, you see, and I'm pretty sure that they've toyed with your memories at the very least. Now, I'm just concerned
that could be.
That they might be manipulating you or something like that.
Well, I think they were just having a bit of fun, but who's to know?
Yes, but Faye's version of fun is often a bit more extreme than what we're accustomed to.
Fair enough.
Can I take one of these slain fey creatures and sleight of hand try to like search them? Or would that be more perception or investigation?
You can easily search them because they're not resisting anything like that. There are the two that Desperado slayed, and then the two laying in the rubble that Kevin had pointed out. Which do you search?
I think anything useful would have probably been picked up already from the ones that Kevin killed. So I would search the fresh remains, looking for like any maps or any like letters or notes, any kind of papers or documentations.
Okay. You find a few silver coins on each of them, and then tiny daggers, what would be, even smaller than like a paring knife.
He's so cute.
Durian's gonna go over and check the two that Kevin killed and see what wounds did him in. See what type of damage took him out.
Make a medicine check, please.
Okay. I thought, hey, look, I misread my sheet. I thought I had proficiency in that for a second, which was gonna be crazy. I don't know why I would have 6.
They seem to have, stab wounds in their side. You can tell by the blood on their armor.
Man, these things are dead. I'm gonna check them, run their pockets, see if they got anything.
Well, do we attempt to follow the trail that you found, Edward, and maybe that leads to Kevin's friends?
It feels like our best place to start.
Yeah, I think so.
Durian, you find a few silver coins and, daggers at their sides.
Silver. Yeah. Guess I'll take it. All right, well.
You said these were even smaller than I am?
Yes, about 2 feet tall.
Oh my goodness.
Just little guys.
Does that make you feel better, or?
I was gonna try to steal their clothing and try to dress as them, but if they're that small.
I see. Man, you must be like a giant to them.
Can I squeeze into
it? Chris Farley, fat guy in a little coat.
Exactly.
Desperado, what did you just suggest to Edward to do next? I'm sorry.
He had found a trail of where the ones retreating and were going to, that we might follow that trail, that maybe they would lead to the other soldiers.
You guys want to do that? The trail will go cold rather quickly, especially given the speed of these creatures. You can choose to do that or continue on your path.
I think we gotta at least check to see if the guys are alive. At the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find a trail and keep up with it, because I know they're small and they're quick, and so I know this is gonna be hard for me to even do. So yeah, see if it's even an option.
Make a survival check for me, Edward.
All right.
Can I help him?
You can.
Okay, I'll give you advantage, as I'm trying to look for tracks as well. While you're sniffing, I'm looking.
Oh, I forgot to take the guidance off. I'm sure that's long gone by now, so to ignore that. So it's a 16.
You you see that the footprints of these creatures go in many different directions. A group of them travels in one direction for a short period of time, but then they seem to disperse. Almost all of them kind of going their own singular direction.
Yeah, it's lost. They travel in these packs, but they don't stay together. They spread. They go in opposite directions. They backtrack each other. It's the way they travel is designed to make it impossible to track them, I think. It's gone. I've fully lost the trail.
Well,
Something tells me we'll probably
Maybe they'll find us.
see them again.
Yeah.
Especially after we took out a couple of their friends.
Yeah. I can live with that. Trekking through the woods aimlessly is not a smart endeavor for any of us. With any luck, we would go in the wrong direction and find those giants, which we were trying to get away from. So perhaps we continue towards the road and mind you, now that we found Kevin, we don't need to go to the road he was taking.
Yes. Perhaps we, if we do run into them again, maybe we try to catch one alive. Maybe we can get some information.
Kevin, you want a weapon of some kind? I got a few laying around.
Whatever you have to spare a blade, if you have one.
I have bladed weapons. I don't got a sword. I got axes.
That will do fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand him a spare great axe.
Would you be more comfortable with the axe or the rapier?
A rapier.
Okay, fine. Take mine.
I'll take my rapier and I'll go to hand. And as he reaches for it, I kind of pull it back a little bit. Like, this is on loan, temporarily. When we part ways, this comes with me. Okay.
Of course.
Oh, poor Kevin.
No armor.
That I cannot spare.
Do you guys got any armor? I don't.
You don't have
I do
anything. You don't have anything on the level of the magical armor that we gave him last time.
Actually, you know what? Maybe it would be better if Kevin took my crossbow instead, since he does not have any armor. I don't know if up in the
Give them both.
yeah. How would you fare with a crossbow, Kevin?
I'm a fine shot.
All right. So I'll hand him my crossbow as well.
History would disagree, but sure.
No, that's Gothak you're thinking of.
I have failed these men, but there are those still at Yaztrin's Weavery, and I hope to get to them so that we may aid them.
Yes.
Okay. Well, rest in peace to those guys that came with you. Let's gotta move on.
Yeah, let's head towards the Twin Rocks Road.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back and play a little bit more after that.
Sure.
You know, if you guys can try to be back in about 10 minutes, and then the game will continue.
No problem.
Damn, Kevin, just getting captured and robbed and captured and robbed, and people coming with you are dying and been running away and being kidnapped.
What's up with Kevin? Honestly,
Holy
I'm
Lord!
convinced
Kevin.
Fuck it. He's got a god of bad luck on his side.
Very well.
Kevin is our
I'll tell you my
is our
story.
toad.
But I do hope you're clever enough to understand that every tale worth telling is half-truth evolution. I am Peter Underleaf, born in the gutters of a city that burned, but reborn from the ashes of men too proud to look beneath their own boots. Gold changes hands easily when whispered promises come with a smile, and a dagger behind the curtain. I built empires on secrets, toppled houses with forged letters, and seduced my way half the nobility with nothing but charm and conveniently timed scandals. And yet here I am, see. The Fae, those glittered-eye monsters draped in beauty, don't just steal children or mislead lost travelers. No, they steal stories, and I was too interesting to resist. One moment I was slipping poison into the goblet of a lord's masquerade, and the next I woke in groves of singing trees, the ground breathing beneath me, and a voice like moonlight in my skull. Call it the court of glass, the theater of torment and Fae wager on more. They were as if they were chess pieces. Now I fight with not sword or strength, but the most dangerous weapon I possess, my mind. I intend to survive this ridiculous game, not just survive, thrive. I've already begun sowing seeds among lesser archfey, whispering doubts, stoking rivalries, and even here power has cracks, and I plan to climb through them.
So Edward's story actually begins quite a while back. His early life was a very simple one. He lived in a quaint, unremarkable house in a quaint, small, unremarkable village, with just him and his lovely bride. It was a simple but a happy existence. Till one day, fortunately, when I was on my way home and traveling alone, and I was attacked, captured, and held for a very long time by an archfey in the area who, excuse me, not an archfey, by an archdruid in the area who was attempting to enhance the powers of his own wild shapes. But in order to do so, he was trying to perfect some sort of concoction to accomplish that. I served as his guinea pig. We went through several different versions of it until he found something that sort of worked. It transformed me into a ferocious monster, and I immediately bit his neck out. I escaped, found my way home, told my wife of what had happened, and she called me a monster, said she would not have that curse near her, and kicked me out, told the rest of the village, and I was shunned from existence. So in a desperate attempt to try to regain and reclaim my previous life, I searched for anyone that could help me to remove this curse, and that eventually landed me right into the lap of a particular archfey who made a deal with me. Said that if I removed any and all monsters that existed within a cavernous area, that I would be free of my curse. I foolishly accepted this deal and went about my way. Not realizing, of course, that myself being within these caverns made it, in fact, full of monsters, because me. I did eventually figure out this plight. Unfortunately, it took several centuries before I realized that I had been fooled. And as such, I sort of gave up on that particular instance, have learned to accept that this creature is a part of me, whether I like it or not. Learn to accept that every facet of my prior life that I've ever known is gone. And I've replaced all of that with a burning desire for vengeance that can only be sated by the blood of the archfey that did that to me. Anyway, that's my story.
So usually these sorts of stories begin with a young, jovial character thrust into a life-changing scenario, setting them on some kind of unplanned trajectory. But they aren't usually embarrassing or humiliating. Oh wait, my apologies. I should introduce myself first. I'm Desperado Phineas Theos, the third of my name, after my grandfather and my great-great-grandfather. My older brother, Silverado, you might have heard of him. He did some pretty great things for the people of Gira. He left some time ago, a few years ago now. Hasn't been heard from in quite a while. Our home, our village, sits within the Redwood Forest, just on the edge of Dunsmuir Lake. Anyway, Silverado's leaving home for me was really tough. I thought we'd be in the forest together forever, our families growing up together. But after he set off, I realized I needed to find my place in this world too. I just wasn't sure what that looked like. I wasn't sure what that might be. And my friends and I, we spent most of our time just messing around on the shores of the Dunsmuir like any, young elf might do. When we weren't in school or training, that is. Usually these times on the lake were involved the weird games, always involved lots of wine. Not the junk from around here, the good stuff, good elven stuff. But on one sunny afternoon, everything kind of changed for me. It was a day like any other. It was sunny. It was nice. We were in on the lake, between swigs of wine, knots of the good bread. Wine was a bit off. We paid it no mind though. It didn't matter. But I'll never forget that giggling, cackling sound. It still haunts me. We were laying there with our dipping our toes in the water, staring at the sky. Those days when you're just trying to avoid the world and that's catching up to you. It was one of those times, all of a sudden I began to realize something was amiss. Not quite right. I couldn't wiggle my toes, my fingers, I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't move my arms or legs. I wasn't quite sure what had happened. None of us could move, but we could see and we could hear quite well. I could hear really well. You know how they say when you lose one sense, all your other sense are heightened. They're very right. The dancing and the laughing and cackling sound all around us. I couldn't tell what they were. I found out later from my father they're called bogles, tricksy little fey creatures. Anyway, they took everything. They took everything from us: our food, our coins, our clothes, our dignity. By the time I could move again, they were gone. There was no trace of them. There we were on the shore of the Dunsmuir, naked, exposed, robbed, and humiliated. I promised myself I'd never let my guard down like that again, especially around fays. And after that experience, I took my training much more seriously. It opened my eyes to the world and the things that are around us. Nothing is as it seems in our world, and even in times of peace, things can change in an instant, it seems. After the thing with the bogles, I kind of developed this issue with others touching my food. I trained in the community kitchens and learned some really good elven cuisine. I became a pretty accomplished chef, But when I wasn't in the kitchens, instead of spending my time at the lake, I practiced with my bow and my blades. I hoped that I wouldn't ever need to use them, but I wanted to be prepared in the event that I did. And it was around that time that the lady in the lake came to me. Apparently, she'd been watching me. I had no idea, but the first time I saw her, she appeared as this regal elven maiden, wearing this fairly pristine sylvan plate mail. She talked to me about how she was ready to take on a champion, someone to carry on her mantle. She would spar with me, and she helped me hone my skills with my bow and my blade. She told me about how she was one of the protectors of my people long ago, a great knight. No idea. She fought in the great battle of the Redwood Forest, the one that gave Redwood its name. She was a real great warrior, and she fought bravely in that battle. She had eventually fall, but Dunsmuir favored her, and her spirit lives on in the lake. She watches over our kin and in service of him in Dunsmuir. She asked if I could prove my worth. She would empower me to do great things. She asked me to seek out one of Dunsmuir's most faithful followers, my brother, actually, Silverado. She says he's lost but not gone, and that's what brings me here.
I was with my pa in the woods, hunting for food on a long trip away from home. I was gored by a boar, and I was a little confused, and I was very sad. I took his book he scratched letters into, and so I could learn more about him. He didn't really talk a lot about anything. He was an orc of few words. I took his book, and I headed to find someone smart that could help me understand what all these letters mean and what words they make. Nobody seemed to understand or make sense of the scratches except a mage who was up and coming, and he seemed like he could help me understand what was going on here. He said he could cast a spell that would help me learn, but it costs a lot of money, and I didn't have any money. So I went to go north to the New World in search of knowledge or money, and the first place I got to was a nice farm run by a nice old couple, the Hopkins. The man of the farm who ran it, he would give me some of his free time when he had it to help me learn how to read Common, which was, not what was in my father's book, as I learned later. But he couldn't give me all his time, so he had his son Kevin teach me. He was nice. He was pretty mean sometimes, but it was a good experience. Soon after, I left the farm to go wander and look for other orcs that have been spotted, and maybe I could learn from them. I got some help from a small little goblin named Glasses. I helped him out once when he's getting stomped by some orcs, and I and some other goblins, and I asked him if he's seen any other orcs running around, and he seemed to let me know whenever he was in the area. I met some okay people I went to go do some jobs with, and then I just stuck with them when all my leads ran empty. There was a dwarf, a goblin guy, and like a weird wood elf that spoke funny. We're cool.
I asked, like, is this like a documentary? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. And then it was being portrayed as like a documentary, like a mockumentary or something like that.
Right.
And I was intrigued, so I kept watching it.
It's very interesting the way it's a little abstract, but not too much to where it's like weird art film kind of thing. And it the way like the order of the story and like the whole thing, like the way it's just put together and everything. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies. So like it's really good.
And then I also watched yesterday. I watched Iron Lung.
How'd you like it? Teresa and Brandon went and saw that.
Well, it was honestly, I'm not a horror movie guy, but it was a very good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And they didn't do the new horror movie thing where they explain what was going on. They did the old horror movie where they just kind of like left you to figure out what happened.
Okay.
And put the pieces together yourself. It was a
Nice.
Did they tell you about who made it and the whole story behind the production?
Yeah, what's his name? God,
Markiplier.
Yeah. Brandon used to watch him all the time.
Markiplier had a few like movies, quote unquote, on YouTube. There's I think the first one is like a date with Markiplier, and the second one is like a prison break. Or yeah, it's a date with Markiplier, then it's a heist, and then it's a prison break, and then there's Markiplier in space. And the Markiplier in space one is like the longest one. It starts at like a 10-minute video on YouTube, and then at the end of at the end of the video, you have two little like boxes go up that you click and you make your choice. So it's like a choose your own adventure sort of YouTube video, like movie production. And then you click it, and the link sends you to an unlisted video. So you have to go throughout from the original one throughout the choices and the different branches to see where it would lead. And it's like it was pretty engaging. I watched / played it, I guess. And it was a very good production, because so he slowly like made his way into making like movies and, you know, like theatrical productions, and he started with that. It was like a YouTube's original thing, and then YouTube Originals got like shut down.
Okay.
So I was only there for a little bit, but that was a part of the program, and he made the Markiplier in space and all the other ones, and it was like it's very good. And then the game Iron Lung was very popular, and he reached out to the guy that made the game and said, "Hey, would you ever thought about making a movie of this?" And then he talked with him, and 3 years passed, and they made a movie and released it. Hit #1 on the Hollywood charts, you know, and then they took it off the charts.
Yeah, I heard there's some controversy with that.
And then they put it back on the charts.
Okay.
At #1, so they just took it off because I guess it was an independent film with no like big film company backing it or anything. I don't know much what goes on that, but it's a good movie. I would recommend watching it.
Right on. I only knew him because he used to stream Five Nights at Freddy's all the time.
Yeah, that was his.
Brandon would watch that all the time.
It's one of his main things.
Okay, we're back. Let's play D&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin got mugged, and now we're in the woods.
Yeah. And you come upon Hetlevin's Embrace, the northern road that goes from west to east. Seems clear enough. You find your way across the road. And you find yourselves with another expanse of rubble before you until the tree line about a quarter of a mile away.
I think I'll just advance and just keep going just to get off the road and not get stomped on by some big angry giants.
Yeah. Wait. I guess I'm still keeping an eye on Kevin though, Ben. I'm still suspicious. I'm not buying what he's selling right now.
Desperado, will you make an insight check for me, please?
Sure. Sure, my. Six.
Kevin seems a little bit out of place without his armor and his family heirloom, the Sword of Sharpness. You find the place that Lady Leadspine described. The large rock split down the middle, and you see the beginning of a trail there, and beyond it, the dense forest before the foothills ascend to Sugarbowl, the crater that was once a mountain. The road continues after, even after the trees disappear behind you. You've moved past the forest, and craggy rocks and boulders surround you. There are still shrubs and small trees growing here, but this land was obviously displaced during Anom's Fury. And as you continue to follow Twin Rock Road, the crags and boulders begin to grow and mount on both sides of the path.
Do we know roughly how long we have on this trail before we either hit some sort of civilization or just the edge of the Sugar Bowl?
It'll be at least a mile. You were told to look for signs that would lead you to, major landmarks.
I guess I'll keep going and keep an eye out.
Okay.
For lack of any other direction.
As the rocks and boulders begin to kind of surround you on both sides, you see a group of rocks that seem to gather and manifest into the vague shape of a bipedal creature.
Oh.
And it pulls its arm back and hurls a stone through the air at you.
Rock thing!
If you would all please roll initiative.
It's gonna watch Kevin get his head exploded.
Ah, jeez.
By a rock.
How long has it been since our little skirmish with the quicklings?
Let's see. Maybe half hour.
Okay. Cool. So I'm still in my wolf form then.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, I only got a 7 on my initiative. I rolled like crap.
And Durian, as you see this earth elemental take form and hurl a rock through the air, you can act first.
I'm going to... Yeah, I'll use one. I don't want to get messed up by a rock guy of all things. I'm going to enter a rage. As part of that, I'm going to move up to half my speed. So I'm going to close 60 feet, which I hope is enough to get me next to him.
Yeah, he's up on the hillsides, like above you guys, and it is difficult terrain. Yeah, we'll place him about 30 feet away, so you can use your full movement to get to him.
All right, I'm going to just run through these rocks and rubble and get up, and as he's still holding the rock in the air, I say, drop it right now. And I'm going to I'm going to reckless attack him with my great axe, trying to go for the arm.
Okay.
Or just some sort of balance to knock him off balance. Hey, drop it! Stop! 27 and a 22.
Both will hit.
This is a great axe on a rock guy, but, you know. And we'll add 2 more rage on top of those. So it's 9 and then 16, which is 25, 27, 29 total.
Okay.
Of magical slashing damage. I say, drop it!
And this
be my
rocky
turn.
formation slowly turns its what appears to be its head in your direction, and the rocks that it has lifted kind of meld into its fists, and they grow in size.
My ancestors are kind of just like kicking his ankles, you know? It seems to be focused on me anyway, so they don't really have to do too much, but they're just kind of doing what they can.
After Durian is Desperado.
Following in Desperado, or in Durian's
I am Desperado.
tracks, I'm going to follow suit and crisscross. I'm mounted, but I'm going to come in with my rapier and swish swash on this beast.
Okay, and we have difficult terrain about 30 feet away up this hill.
No problem. Yeah, my mount has 60 feet of movement, so that'll get me there.
Okay. Yeah, that'll close the distance.
And then once again, calling on the blessing of Lady Valindra, I'm going to use Divine Favor and attack this thing. Let's kill it before it kills or tries to kill us.
Before it destroys Kevin.
Before it destroys Kevin.
Who it was obviously aiming for.
Adding Kevin to the initiative order.
Oh my, Kevin, you lose your equipment and you join the fight? What?
He's not on a pee break? That's 23 in the first jab, Ben.
A 23 will hit.
Oh gosh, I cannot roll damage for the life of me. That's 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
And on the comeback, 19?
19 will hit.
Nice.
Maybe
Or 14 radiant damage. That's better.
And
maybe
you're
Kevin. Sorry, I'm just making
Go
a
ahead.
joke. Maybe Kevin has some sort of poisoning because he had that armor on, and maybe it was like lead or something, and he's being messed up biologically. But he has it off, and now he can fight. Maybe
Makes
they did him a
sense.
favor, you know.
And Desperado, this is not like striking stone with your sword. You know, this is an amalgamation of stone, dirt, and the like. And your blade finds kind of a sweet spot and cuts true. So you don't. This thing doesn't seem to have any kind of resistance to your blade.
Nice. Okay. Cool. It's like the radiant sun is like digging into the rocks of this thing.
Sure. After Desperado is Peter.
I'm gonna form a ball of flame in my hand and shoot a firebolt.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually, I'm gonna hex him first with
Okay.
my bonus action.
Okay.
Nice.
Assuming an 11 does not hit.
11 will not hit.
So yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's hexed.
Next.
And
Let's give him disadvantage on any strength checks.
on which?
Strength.
Okay. The earth elemental raises its rocky fists and brings them down upon Durian.
Oh, with advantage.
With advantage. Okay. The first will miss. And a 19.
Yep.
It bludgeons you for 17 damage. Rocks crash upon your back. And
Ouch.
The creature seems to lower into the ground, not even disturbing the ground beneath it. The rocks kind of crumbling and becoming a part of the earth below it. And it disappears from sight. From across the way, on the other side of the path, there are these two hills, one on either side of the path. From the top of the other path, you see a similar creature, and it pulls a rock from the ground and hurls it down into the ravine between the hills, aiming for Edward, who had shot a firebolt.
It will be with disadvantage.
Or didn't shoot a firebolt.
Peter did.
And I'm sorry, what's causing the disadvantage?
My funny little ancestors. If I hit him with an attack until the start of my next turn, he has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against me.
Okay, this is a different creature across the way on the other side of the path.
He's not being annoyed by my things. He's a different guy.
Right. So a 13 still will miss. But again, his hand almost seems to grow as rocks just roll up his arms, and he throws another one at you, Peter, with a 19.
So yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Take 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Is it a rock of, like, ship of Theseus? However you say that situation where he reconstituted so much rock that he's not considered the same creature no more. This is one guy. He just keeps changing. Gets rid of my ancestors.
It's hard to say.
I lose concentration on hex as well.
Oh, dang.
This creature, again, melds into the earth, falling away. There's just a small pile of rocks where it once stood, and it's gone from sight. Edward, you're next. These creatures have melded into the earth, into the ground.
Okay. I will. I guess I'll just head over to like the general area where they were at, and can I hold an attack action in case somebody pops up next to me?
Yes.
Then that is what I will do.
Okay. Kevin readies a bolt on his crossbow, ready to fire at anything that makes itself seen. And next is Durian.
Well, this sucks. Yeah, this sucks pretty bad. I'm going to. How far away is Kevin? Is he where we all left off?
He's down on the path with Peter. Yeah, between these two crests.
I think I'm gonna head back towards them.
Okay.
And I got 40 feet of movement. I will adrenaline rush dash as a bonus action to get close enough again, and get some temp HP as well, which might help here. So I'll get close to these two people that can absolutely die by a boulder falling on their head, and lose my rage as I prepare to swing at any rock creatures that try and get close. Trying to position myself between Peter and Kevin in like a distance way.
Okay. After Durian is Desperado.
Well, having seen this thing essentially just like descend into the earth from where we were, Ben, I'm gonna stay poised and like similar to what Ed was doing, just waiting for it to come back and I can get a jab at something that pops back up.
Okay. Peter, you're next.
Seeing how everybody's like on edge regarding this, I think my best bet is going to be to bring up darkness around me and create some distance between me and my allies. So I'm going to burn a second level spell slot and cast darkness again.
Okay. It smells like burnt lamb chops.
Huh? Is Peter having a stroke?
It's the burnt spell slot.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
So he is having a stroke. Okay.
Peter, you surround yourself in darkness, and Durian and Kevin are near you as well. So you're all surrounded by magical darkness?
Said I would use my movement to create some distance between me and my allies.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Do you move forward or backward?
I think back is the right move for me.
Okay. So you fall back a bit. And as you do so, is that all for your turn?
Yeah, that's going to be it for me.
Okay. And the rock elemental begins to form, coming out of the earth between Durian and Kevin.
Oh, he's here.
And as it does, it goes to slam. Durian, would your ancestors still affect him?
Let's see. Let's read the. Till I start your next turn. Nope. He would not care about me right now. He doesn't feel any sort of way.
Okay. This thing sees you as a threat, and it is going to try to slam into you.
Okay. Can I take a swing as he shows up?
Did you ready in action?
Yeah, I was ready to swing on any rock things that got close. All right, it's gonna be a normal swing. A 26.
That will hit.
Okay, I hit him for 15.
Okay.
Oh,
beast. Also, Kevin had a crossbow readied for him too, didn't he?
Yes. Does being adjacent cause disadvantage? I'm sorry. I think I'm confusing that with 4th edition.
I don't know, man.
With a ranged attack?
Yeah.
It does.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
if
you.
you're right next to it, yeah, you do.
Just cast spells. Why would you shoot a bow? Spells don't care how close you are.
Kevin doesn't
Well,
have
actually,
spells.
they do if it says make a ranged spell attack.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spells care how close you are.
And he kind of reels on his heels as he fires his this crossbow, but the bolt strikes true and gets wedged between two large rocks.
Did it.
Wow, dealing 10 damage.
He believed.
And the elemental tries to slam into you again, Durian. 20 will hit.
Yeah, for sure.
For 12 damage.
Ouch.
And the creature again melds into the earth, and all that is left is a small pile of rocks where it once stood.
These guys are cheating.
The second manifests where it once stood on the hill that you have not yet gone to. So on the, we'll call it the right hill. And it takes form up there and heaves into the canyon 2 boulders. Aiming for Durian. 12 will miss. A 24 will hit.
Yep.
And take 8 bludgeoning damage, and you will be knocked prone.
Ooh. Debilitating.
And again, the creature melds into the earth, disappearing from view.
What sucks is that since I didn't hit anything on my turn, I lost my rage. But if
Next is
I attacked, I
Edward.
couldn't swing in response.
You did 15 slashing damage.
That's true. I did hurt it.
But also getting hit is your rage too.
And Edward, you find yourself with no visible targets. These creatures emerging only long enough to make their strikes and then disappear again.
How far away is the other like what's the distance between the two cliff sides?
I'm imagining it like a 30-foot climb up in either direction.
Okay. All right, so I will I'm gonna go up on the right side where
Okay.
because everybody else is on the left, correct?
Right. Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. So I'm gonna go up onto the right side.
Okay.
And I guess same as before, I'll just hold an attack for anything that pops up. We're gonna play elemental whack-a-mole. See what happens.
Okay. Kevin again readies a bolt on his crossbow, ready to fire at anything that emerges. And Durian, you're next.
I'll do the same thing with my axe. I'll get ready to swing at something that gets close to me, or Kevin.
Next is Desperado.
So the one that popped up that was throwing rocks down, did it kind of pop back into the ground, or is it still up there?
No, it did. It
It did,
disappeared into the earth again. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna draw my bow and just like be poised for that thing to pop back up and like put a couple of arrows into it.
Okay. Readying an attack.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, will you get 2 attacks if that's triggered?
I just looked it up. No.
Okay.
It's because you're using you're readying an attack versus using the attack action.
Oh, really? Okay. Cool.
Yes. I wanted to know too in case I wasn't.
Okay, because I know we had done it differently in the past, but I did think it was just a single attack if you ready it, but
So whenever you take the attack action on your turn, that's what the reading of extra attack says.
Okay, thank you.
Probably the same reason that an attack of opportunity is only 1 attack and not like
the very same.
As a reaction. Okay, makes sense. After Desperado is Peter.
Canvas on a crossbow shot.
Say again?
I'm gonna hold action on a crossbow shot.
Okay.
So same thing as my allies. If I see something poke, I'm gonna shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
I can't hold action on a spell because I'm concentrating on something else already.
And right next to you, Edward, where this earth elemental once stood, it begins to take form again, rising out of the earth next to you. You can make your attack if you wish.
I do wish.
Okay.
I wish I could do 2, but that's okay. Rar. 26.
26 will hit.
All right. That is 10 slashing and 9 cold damage.
Very good.
And then I'll just growl, I guess.
And Desperado, you had your attack readied. If you wish, you can fire at that creature.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I totally will. I'll loose an arrow from my longbow. Boom, 27 to hit. Nice.
That will hit.
Come on, let's make this the 1 radiant damage and 7 piercing.
Okay.
That's all for me.
Okay, and Kevin releases his crossbow bolt. With a 10, will miss. It flies clear over you. Sorry, I'm trying to also set this up on my end here. Ahead of you on the path within the canyon, about 30 feet ahead of you and down the hill, Desperado, the second earth elemental materializes, and it throws 2 rocks up the hill at you, Desperado.
Cool. Yeah.
Can I make my my attack of opportunity or my reaction attack as well?
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, please do.
20 will hit, 16 will miss, Ben.
Okay.
Because I'm hidden within the darkness, I do have advantage on this.
Okay.
So it's going to be with a light crossbow. Will a 22 hit?
22 will hit.
Perfect. For 6 piercing damage.
Nice, man.
Let me see here. Sorry. And this one that is materialized ahead of you on the path, chunks of boulder and mud begin to spill out of it. It's effectively bloodied, but it does return to below the ground.
You still got to roll damage on me, Ben.
Thank you. 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone to the ground.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then next is Edward. And again, this thing turned into just a small pile of rocks at your feet.
Okay. You said turn this so like before we're like sunk into the ground again?
Yes, yeah. Out of
okay.
view. Yep.
All right. Edward's gonna get really mad and do that thing that dogs do where they like pounce onto a hole because they can't
Right.
And then he's gonna ready another attack action.
Okay.
For it. And that's it.
I always thought it'd be fun to see a dog play whack-a-mole.
Kevin readies a bolt in his crossbow. Next is Durian, in the middle of the path.
All right, Kevin, it's you and me. I'm just gonna ready a swing if they try to come kill either of us. That'll be it.
Okay, and Desperado.
I will get up, and there's no targets in sight.
There are not.
I will use the other half of my movement to get back on top of my mount, and then do the same thing. Hold an arrow ready, looking up. I guess that one that was up the road, or anywhere.
Sure, and you're readying your action for
a bow shot.
Sure, an earth elemental that becomes visible.
Yeah, for one of the exactly.
Next is Peter.
Hold my action specifically for attacking the bloodied one.
Okay. And I mean, they're earth elemental, so it would be hard for us to tell, but that is a game indicator, so that will be apparent. It'll just be spilling mud or whatnot. And on the left ridge, right next to you, Desperado, on your mount, the effectively bloodied earth elemental rises from the ground. It's kind of like left shoulder just crumbling off as it raises its arm to slam into you. Peter, I'm sorry, Desperado, you can make your attack of opportunity if you wish.
Sure.
We'll just go in order.
It's right up to me though.
Yeah, it's right next to you as you're on your mount. Yep.
Right. Well, I'll have to shoot at disadvantage, but I will. I still will.
Okay.
What is that? Not good. 11s.
Okay. Yeah, your mount just kind of bucks in fear for a moment, and your arrow goes wide. And Peter, you have your readied action as well.
Gonna be again like crossbow at advantage.
Okay.
23.
23 will hit.
Or 10 piercing damage.
Okay, and the creature, actually I'll have Kevin's readied action as he fires a crossbow bolt up the hill with an 8 will miss. And the creature brings down its rocky paws upon you, Desperado. Even though you're on your mount, this creature is, eye to eye with you.
Right on.
A 27 to hit.
27 is good.
For 13 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And another 23.
Yep, that's good too.
For another 13 bludgeoning damage.
26 on this.
Again, this creature burrows into the earth, and all that is left is just slightly displaced ground that, after it leaves, you can barely even tell that it was there. And the second creature rises in the center of the path. Edward, out of your reach, you still find yourself on the right hill. This thing has come up to confront Durian head on. And he tries to slam into you. 13 from you will miss. The 16 from the elemental will miss.
Yes, we just kind of whiff at each other. Whoa.
And it tries to slam into you again with a 13. And then the creature disappears into the earth. And next is Edward.
Well, Edward's sad because no one wants to play with me. But I will. I guess I'll use my movement to. Can I get to Durian? Like adjacent to him? Okay.
Yeah, you can rush down the hill towards him. Yeah,
I'll rush down closer to Durian because I'm realizing we're too spread out and the odds are not good. We need to group up to force it to come up where we want it to. So I'm going to get right next to Durian and then ready another attack action.
Okay.
And hopefully this works.
Okay. Kevin notches a bolt into his crossbow, waiting, and Durian, you're next.
I ready my axe to swing if anyone comes after our VIP, Mr. President.
Okay. And next, Desperado.
Wow, that was a big hit I just took. I'm going to pull my shield onto my person, and I'm going to I'm going to I'm gonna ready to jab at this thing with my rapier, hoping he comes back up. But at least I'll have a better defense with my shield ready.
Okay. After Desperado is Peter.
I'm gonna do the same thing, Ben. I'm just gonna hold action to attack with my ranged weapon if I see the bloodied one.
Peter is the Secret Service sniper.
On
hiding.
The right ridge where Edward just left.
I can tell you.
An earth elemental materializes, and hurls 2 rocks, launching them down the hill. Both of them at Edward.
Rock.
12.
Nope.
And 24.
Nope. Yeah, that does.
And you'll take 9 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Okay. The bludgeoning is halved because I'm in my fancy form.
Must be nice.
It is. It's quite nice.
And Kevin looses his crossbow bolt with a 19 will hit for 2 damage.
Kevin.
Come on, Kevin.
Not only you're rolling with disadvantage, he's minimal.
And only a singular earth elemental appears this time. The one that was dripping mud and effectively bleeding out did not reappear. This one, again, disappears into the earth, burrowing easily. Edward, you're next.
Well, I guess I got to use half my movement to get up first.
Okay.
And there's still the one that was still standing is still hidden, right? He went back into the ground. We can't. Okay. All right. Rinse and repeat. I'm gonna hold an attack. Hope it comes up at me.
Okay. After Edward, Kevin notches his bolt on his crossbow, and then is Durian.
I need like a shotgun or something. Yeah, I'll just ready another axe attack. I don't know if I want to throw a javelin necessarily. I'm just gonna bank on it getting close to me. I'll end my turn.
Okay, after Durian is Desperado.
Nothing has popped up in my vicinity, Ben. I'm gonna use 20 points of lay on hands on myself.
Okay. And Peter, you're next.
Just to be clear, Ben. I didn't see the one bloodied, right?
That's right.
Okay. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling about that.
You always have a bad feeling.
I do. So here's what I want to do, and you tell me if it's possible.
Okay.
So right now, that what do you call it? That darkness effect.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that it's being centered around my blade, my dagger.
Okay.
I want to leave the dark area, but I want to do so stealthily.
Okay.
To make them think that I'm still there.
All right. If you would then make a stealth check, please, with advantage.
And I want to see if there's like a bush or a tree that I can hide behind, just outside of that area.
There's a small bush.
Perfect.
Luckily, you two are small.
I'm just a little guy. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to stealth out of here.
Okay.
30?
Wow. Okay, you quietly leave the Shroud of Darkness and crouch behind a bush, waiting. Off to the left side of the path.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Why is PETA tiptoeing through fog?
This earth elemental emerges again ahead of you, well ahead of you on the path, about 30 feet ahead, and hurls a rock at you, Edward. Oof.
Nope.
Second rock flies from its arms, a 27 to hit.
I gotta double check. Yeah.
You will take 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone. The creature disappears beneath the ground again.
Just watching Edward just get
so
stoned.
much. I hate it so much.
And next is Edward.
Edward is gonna get up and rush towards where it was.
Okay.
I can't get all the way over there because I have to use half my movement to stand, so I can only get another 25 feet. And then I'll get as close as I can and ready in action.
Okay.
And
I am moving these around on a grid, and 25 feet gets you right next to where it was. So.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry, Kevin had a crossbow bolt notched. He's going to loose that retroactively, and a miss. Kevin
Kevin, it's already in the
not
ground.
availing himself well. And Durian, you're next.
Now the smart move would to throw a javelin or ready a javelin, but I'm calling its bluff. It's gonna show up right up next to me, so I'm gonna ready my axe.
Okay, just so for Claire, or for what, you can see through something. I can't come up with
Transparency.
words now. Thank you. I am moving them on their turn, so that where they end up is where they decided to move on their turn. So for fairness, just throwing that out there.
I'm betting that thing's gonna show up right here. It's not gonna outmind game me. I'm getting my axe ready.
After Durian is Desperado on the hill.
I'm gonna move up the pathway 30 feet.
Okay.
Friends, let's we're kind of, these things are just taking pot shots at us. Like let's carry on up the path, and maybe we might find a more favorable ground, or at least a ground where they struggle to do whatever it is that they're doing right now.
So Desperado, I have you on the left hill, which is 30 feet, up to the left of the path, and then Edward is kind of forward on the path, and the others are behind. Can you describe your movement to me?
Is it not like sorry, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I picture this as like a chasm. Like we're going through a thing, and there's like
Absolutely.
And there's walls over here, and we're like going.
Yeah, and I have you kind of
like 30.
I have you
carrying
up on
the direction we were going.
I have you up on the left ridge.
How did I get up there?
That's where I thought you had gone. I thought you rushed to where it came out of the ground near.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that I actually climbed up. I thought we just like moved up. When I say up, I mean like the direction that we were traveling.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. At one point, you rushed to join.
And that's when you said it's difficult terrain.
So you had kind of rushed up the left hill. So my apologies. Yeah.
No, that's okay. I was thinking the whole the direction that we were out,
I understand.
Like
you certainly could rush to the path and then try to go forward. You could find yourself near Edward, or go even further.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. That's cool. And I'll just ready my action to strike something. But I think we need to stop giving these guys they're just having fun with us.
And do you have your sword or bow equipped?
I have my sword out, yeah.
Okay. After Desperado is Peter.
Oh boy. So I see my allies starting to move away from me.
Yes. Durian and Commander Hockins are near you, about 10, 15 feet away.
I'm gonna drop concentration on darkness. I'm gonna drop concentration on darkness. I'm gonna use my full movement to close the distance between us and move ahead of them. And I'm going to hold action if I see either one of the rock monsters. I want to hold action to burn 3 sorcery points to cast Hunger of Hadar on center on them.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. If I see them, I'm going to hold action, Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. Ahead of you on the path, right between Desperado and Edward, this creature again manifests, and it reaches up with its fists to slam Edward. Edward, you can act first.
Right. So I get my I can get my held action.
Yes.
Nice. Crap. 13.
We'll miss.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay. And Desperado, you had readied an action as well?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's right there. I'm going to try and jab at it with my rapier. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Make sure. Oh, I had disadvantage on, so I'm just regular. And I strike. No, it's a 13 to hit.
Okay, fire.
And Peter, will you, let's see.
It's a DC 15.
9 will fail.
9 won't do. So it's going to take 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it's going to be forced to use its reaction to move far away from us.
Okay. Cool.
That's going to be 12 psychic.
Okay.
And it's forced to move using its reaction.
Okay, and when it emerges, it will trigger Kevin's held action. Will miss. It doesn't need to be a disadvantage, though, but it still misses. The elemental dives into the earth and disappears from sight. Several moments pass, and you're used to the timing of these creatures emerging, attacking, disappearing, and nothing happens for, around a minute before you realize the threat has been defeated, and these creatures have had their fill of combat with you.
Well, that was just a skirmish.
They want to live to fight another day, boys.
That was not fun.
I'm gonna go pick up the dagger you left behind, Peter, and hand it to you. Don't want to lose this.
Thank you.
Okay. Well fought. Kevin is frustrated alongside you, and he goes to retrieve his crossbow bolts as the din of battle has subsided. And we'll call the adventure there for this evening, and we'll resume again next Monday and see what happens then.
Nice. GG's, guys.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Still alive.
These are the enemies that
For
give
now.
me the most problems.